And good morning. Welcome to a nice, cool Saturday morning. 30 degrees outside. Took me a minute to get the weather up. Yeah, a little running behind you. Yes, what I thought. Humidity's low. 38%. I knew it was dry outside. But it's like I've always said in Charlotte, when it gets winter, it gets dry, very dry. And you know what? That's the way it is. When it dries up, the moisture goes away, especially when it gets down below 32 degrees. Great day today. I'm excited. I really am. I got women in the studio. I love talking about women. I do. I like it a lot. That's natural too, because I'm a man and they're women, and that's just the way God made us. But no, I'm serious about I really am honored to have these ladies on here. And I said they're ladies. They're women too. Women and ladies, same thing, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah.
I just
Yes,
want to
sir.
stay in the same pathway. So anyway, I'm joking, being politically correct. It's NAWIC, the National Association of Women in Construction, and it's WIC Week's coming up. Now I'm gonna let them talk about that, but I want to talk a little bit about women in construction, if I may. Women, period, in the workplace has exploded. I'm 73 years old. I've been in construction 55 years. I've been really involved in the industry. I paid attention, watched, and just paid attention, been a part of it because that's what construction is. It's all about people. It's all about working with people. It's all about teamwork, and uh, and I've watched it grow and change, literally change, to what it is today. From when I started, and it was predominantly male. con- It was it was male. There wasn't many women at all in construction. In every rank of construction. I mean, there were women in the clerical and the secretarial roles, those typical. Yep, it was that way,
Mhm.
where women had their place in the workplace, and it was in the office, unfortunately, and that was the case. Well, we grew out of that, and I've watched it. And here of late, like right now in our world, looking at the political arena, the construction arena, the leadership, management. For example, there's a lot of associations here in town, and I can name them because they're sponsoring some of your events. You've got a lot of industry in Charlotte because there's a lot of construction in Charlotte. A lot, a bunch. And the associations are run by women, predominantly women. That wasn't the case 50 years ago, but it is today. Now, why is that? Because they're kick ass people. They get stuff done. Men, and I'm not being hard on men, I'm just being honest, and I've got enough experience in it to know what I'm talking about. Men talk a lot, but they don't seem to know how to back up what they say sometimes. Now, there's some good men out there, not as many as there used to be because we've softened them up a little bit in culture. That's got to change. And I know that because I hear women talk about them. Had a conversation yesterday, and back Aujane last week here on the show, young lady, 28 years old, loves what she does, and and during the break, I said, "Are you dating anybody?" She said, "I can't find a man worth dating." Now, I'm not here to criticize men, but the fact is, they talk a lot of construction when they get around to whatever a smartphone nowadays, I guess. Used to be a cup of coffee or whatever. Talk about sex, sports, and money. That's about it. That's the depth. Hey, that works. It works today, and that's the way it goes. But ladies, women, they take a whole different approach. It's refreshing, and it's in some ways mind blowing to me. So they're here, and they're not going away. They play a role. I got 3 ladies here today, and we're going to talk to them about what their roles because what gets me is they're young. They're very young, and that's neat. Well, I'm saying they're young because you're young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I got a market manager here out of Medina, Ohio, drove to Charlotte, just gutsy. Says, "Oh, heck with this, I can do this," didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Hmm.
Well, see, that's what I mean. See that perseverance and drive and passion because you love what you do. That's Taylor Gibson.
Yes.
Was I right? See,
Yep.
I'm working on this. Taylor Gibson. She's been here before. She is from National Design Mart.
Yes.
And how long have you been with the National Design Mart?
I've been with National for 9 years.
And how old are you?
I'm 25.
Do the math. You're astonished too, aren't you? You didn't know that,
Yeah,
did you?
because I'm also 25. So I was anyway.
See?
Yeah.
25. And back, she's 25. And how long you been with National Design Mart?
9 years.
16 years old. Do the math, right?
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. And it's family. I did I did a career day last Tuesday at Parkwood High School. Medina would not be considered a big city, would it? Is it?
Not compared to Charlotte.
Somewhat more rural flavored than Charlotte, right? For
Yes.
sure. I did a career day this past Tuesday at Parkwood High School, and it's rural to say the least. Farm, you could say it's real rural. Okay, so you're telling me a little bit where you're from now. Uh, that's called body language.
A whole lot of that.
Yeah, but anyway, good, expressive. But you can tell the mindsets and family based education and growing up because wow, what a difference. And you know what? A lot of these kids saw the tools, just tools. They just saw the tools and it was like a magnet. It just drew them right to the table and they won't talk about it. It's amazing. Therefore, we need to put them in schools. Sure got a lot of attention. But anyway, so Taylor comes down here from Medina and how long you been here in Charlotte?
I moved middle of June.
So not even a year.
Not a full year.
How's it going?
It's going great. Yeah, I've met a lot of great people.
Well, we talked about you getting involved with NAWIC.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, you did it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of the first associations I joined when I moved
That's
here.
awesome. Awesome. Yeah. NAWIC of Charlotte. How long you been playing with NAWIC? Now, who are you?
My name is Ashley Taylor.
Ashley Taylor. Where's Ashley from?
I am from Mint Hill, North Carolina.
Wow, closer than I thought.
Yes, sir.
You were born and raised down in Mint Hill.
Born and raised in Mint Hill.
That's all right. I know we know a lot of people. We could sit down and talk about that one.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
What road you on down there?
Thompson.
Okay, cool. You know my buddy Rodney McGee? You
Nope.
live near Rodney?
I don't know anybody named Rodney McGee.
Well, he lives on Thompson.
Oh.
He's your neighbor.
My parents might know him.
Yeah, I'm sure. If your parents are from Mint Hill, oh yeah, they know the Rodney McGee and many, many others. You can't go to Mint Hill and not know the McGees or the Huntleys or gee whiz, we could go for a bit on that one.
Oh, for sure.
I love Mint Hill. Nice community, 28227.
Yes, sir.
See, I look at the districts of Charlotte and zip codes. I talk on the phone. People say, "Can you come and look at some?" I says, "Where you at?" They says, "I'm over here." I said, "What's your zip code?" They tell me. I know where they're at. Charlotte's turned into a bunch of zip codes.
Yes.
And a lot of traffic. Golly, traffic. Gets worse every day. Have you noticed that, girls? Y'all drive much? You drive?
Yes. I've put 12,000 miles on my car in 6 months, so yes, I know.
Cool. Okay. What do you do?
I'm an assistant project manager with Weaver Cook Construction out of Greensboro.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
All right. 40.
Yes.
40.
41.
That's cool.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now I'm going to relate that to life. 40. You're how long you been doing construction?
I have been doing construction for 17 years.
17.
Yes, sir.
Wow. There's 3 hours right there. We could easily go into this. 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing some math real quick here.
Okay.
That'd be 23. You got into construction when you were young.
Mhm.
How'd you get there? Well, first of all, whoa, let's back up. You're from Mid Hill.
Yes, sir.
What schools did you go to?
I went to Butler High School, class of
Where'd you go
2002.
before then?
Northeast Middle
Okay.
and Bain Elementary.
All right, you went to Bain.
I'm a
yeah.
Bobcat.
There you go. No, you're not. You're a woman. Golly. See, they mess with her already. Look what they teach these kids. I'm a bobcat.
Actually, I'm a bulldog, but hey, whatever.
See, now you're two things. You're a bobcat. Make up your mind.
Okay.
No, just be a good lady and steward in construction.
Sounds good.
And you've already been doing that. Okay. Graduated from Butler.
Yes, sir.
Then what?
Then I went to Central Piedmont.
For what?
Dental hygiene.
Okay, cool. Why?
Because that's what I wanted to do.
At the time.
Thought that's what I wanted to do.
There you go. That's right. You thought at the time dental hygiene because that's what was on the menu in high school, right?
Mhm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be way off base.
It wasn't really on the menu, but it's what I decided that I wanted to do.
Okay, but somebody told you along the way dental hygiene was a good career path.
I saw the dollar signs, to be honest.
Yeah. There you go. Chasing the money.
And
yeah,
there
wrong.
We go. Yep.
Don't work.
Nope.
Chase the passion, the love.
That's right.
The desire. What fuels the fire? Okay, so how'd that go for you?
I was there for 3.5 years, and
really,
yeah.
Well, you learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
I hope you did anyway.
Yeah, it was just really challenging to get into the program, so I decided that
dental hygiene.
Yep, that dental hygiene school wasn't for me.
When did that go? When did that bell go off? I'm serious. I mean, see, part of the reason you're here is to share your experiences with other people that make these mistakes in life. Yep. And they are mistakes, like it or not, because you invested 3.5 years in learning a craft, and a good one at that.
Yeah.
But did you like it?
No.
Bingo. Wouldn't it have been great if you knew that going in?
Yes.
I ain't well, but see, you were misled, weren't you?
Right.
All over money.
All day, every day. Money.
Chasing that money.
That's right.
We all need it. I get it. I really do. We got to have it. But wouldn't it be a lot better if we could enjoy getting it?
True.
Just make you happy. Wake up in the morning. Whoa, boy. You don't even think about the money. You just go do what you do, right? Learn to be the best you can be at what you love to do. Okay. So one day you woke up and said, this sucks. I don't want to do it no more.
Right.
Then what?
I was working on a retail establishment that was going out of business.
Yep.
Full time and going to school.
And school for what? So you
I was still in dental hygiene school.
Okay, I got it. I'm sorry.
And they went out of business, and the owner of a company in Charlotte came to my store and asked the manager who his best employee was. And he gave that guy my information. And the next week I had an interview. The next week I had a job.
What company was this?
That I interviewed at?
Yeah.
CRS Building Automation Systems by the Panther Stadium.
CRS Automation Systems. Mm-hmm. Okay. What? And you got interviewed?
I got interviewed for the receptionist position to get my foot in the door.
Sure.
And I was hired basically on the spot.
And so you went to work for a new company.
So I went to work for a new company.
A new company, a new idea, a new direction, a new everything.
Sir. Yes, sir. Oh, everything.
Well, how'd that work out?
I was there for 3 years and went into the service part of the business.
Right.
Not the sales part of the business.
Right.
And then worked my way into the accounting department.
Numbers.
Yes, sir.
How'd that
numbers
work?
are my game. I love numbers.
You love numbers?
Yes, sir.
So you found numbers?
Yes,
or
sir.
Numbers found you?
Numbers, I think, found me.
Okay, cool. So then you got into numbers around.
Yes.
Now, what that automation? I got to take a break. He's pushing me out. So we got to take a break. 704-227-8986. I'm talking to 3 ladies in construction and their journey. 17 years you've been playing. That's awesome. We're going to find out all of their stories. I know Taylor's. She's from Medina, Ohio. Gutsy little lady. We'll be back to talk more about it. Come on back.
Find out more about the show? Go to our Facebook page, About Your House Radio. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Carolina Foundation Solutions is a family-owned and operated company and a licensed general contractor in North and South Carolina, providing foundation solutions from the mountains to the sandy shores of the coast. At Carolina Foundation Solutions, our objective is to help educate, offer guidance, and provide assistance. With over 200 years of combined experience, our family of experts are ready to help protect and repair your largest investments. If you have a problem, we have a solution. Call 877-883-4626 or online, carolinafoundationsolutions.com.
Go outside and take a look at your home. Are the gutters doing their job? The number one enemy to your home is water. Most homes are built with small, inadequate gutters and small downspouts. ABS Insulating has a division of the company that does nothing but gutter services. All gutter services: cleaning, maintaining, repair, new downspouts, replacement, and new gutters with many types available. They're a leader when it comes to gutter protection. Call ABS Insulating today, 704-821-4343 or absinsulating.com.
Owens Chimney Systems is known for all professional chimney services since 1989, including chimney cleaning, recommended annually, chimney evaluations and inspections, any and all chimney repairs and restorations, gas fireplace and gas fire log service, furnace cleaning, cleaning out one of the most overlooked appliances in the home. Get it done right the first time. That's Owens Chimney Systems at 704-554-9595. Or you can visit us online at owenschimneysystems.com.
Hi, Ronnie Player here with Queen City Home Store. Don't miss our blockbuster President's Day sale going on now. Get clearance savings up to 50% off on TVs and soundbars from brands like Sony, Samsung, LG, and more. Get a 75-inch TCL Smart TV for only $498. Samsung 85-inch OLED TVs start at an amazing $1298. With flexible financing options, express delivery, and our price match guarantee, why shop anywhere else? New stores now open throughout the Carolinas. Find us at QueenCityOnline.com.
Have a comment or question for the show? Call us 704-227-8986. That's 704-227-8986. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. NAWIC, National Association of Women in Construction, WIC Week. We're going to talk all about that. But right now I want to find out, I like history. And, sharing stories and, experience and journeys can inspire other young ladies and other young adults to get into the construction field. And it's amazing how you get into it because they don't teach it in school. You kind of have to wake up to it when you get out of school and find, well, I didn't even know this was here. Geez, why didn't somebody tell me? Have I heard that a lot? Oh, I think we're hearing it right now. Okay, you got into numbers, right?
Right.
Accounting.
Right.
What did CRS, did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
Automation?
Yes,
what
sir.
Did, what did they do?
Security, fire, access control,
Okay.
CCTV.
I got you. So then you got into that. Did you like it? You got into numbers, but you hadn't played in numbers before.
I hadn't played in numbers before, but I loved math in school.
Cool. Okay. You're connecting dots now. Math.
Yes.
Math's attached to everything. Everything has dimension, and everything has numbers to it. Everything. Everything. I mean, it's like tape measure reading. Can y'all read tape measure?
Yes, sir.
You shake your head, and that's no trick question because, like I said, I was at a career day Tuesday. 90% of the kids on that floor, and I'm giving them a little bit with 90%. I'd like to jack it up to say 95% of those kids could not read a tape measure.
Mm. Oh my God.
Could you when you walked out of high school?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're above average. Way above. And I know you could. 16 years old. Her father, carpet and floor covering, right? See, I remember. And if you can't do carpet and floor covering without reading a tape measure, and
Nope.
you can't do it, can you?
No.
Dang near impossible. Nowadays, you can with a smartphone and a laser. You know, they do it for you. But see, that's another dumbed down aspect of technology. Well, I'll need to think. I got my phone. Okay. 3.5 years doing that.
Yes.
Then what?
Then I went to another company
Why?
because I wanted a promotion.
You want more money,
Yes, sir.
but you still wanted to have fun
Yes, sir.
because you like numbers.
I love numbers.
So you're a happy girl,
I was a happy girl.
except for the pocketbook.
Dang Skippy.
I love it. So then what? Who could somebody approach you? Because I can tell you did your job well.
I did not get approached. I searched out my next companies that I
Okay.
worked for. I decided that I was better in the general contractor world than I was in the subcontractor world.
Okay.
I liked it better.
Well, okay. I don't want to get into all the philosophy and psycho behind that, but I can understand what you're saying for sure. So where'd you go?
I went to an electrical contractor.
Oh, cool. So you learned electrical. How'd that go for you?
It was okay.
You weren't a happy girl.
I
then.
was not happy there.
Was it management or just the job in general?
All of the above.
Okay. Then what?
I went back to another CCTV access
So
control.
you're not 30,
firearm.
and you're not 30 yet, are you?
No, sir.
Okay.
And it was very far away from my house, and it was in the country, and I loved it, but they couldn't hire me full time.
Oh, they worked
So
you
I was-
part time.
Yes, sir. So I was there for a year
They
and
were
a half.
using you.
I mean, we won't get technical, but yes. And so I was there
Nothing
for
to be
about a year and a
technical
half.
about.
Right. I was there for about a year and a half and decided to leave there.
Gotcha. Well, how'd you get to Weaver Cook? Let's jump ahead.
Okay, let's jump ahead. A couple of companies later, I was working for
So you're bopping, jumping around looking for something.
I am looking for something because I wasn't
Are
happy.
you married yet?
No, sir.
You're not married yet.
No, sir.
Okay, cool.
I'm still not married.
You're not. You're wearing a ring on the finger.
I'm engaged, but I'm not married.
Yes, you are.
I
You-
am basically,
You'll
yes.
figure it out when. Trust me, I got experience in that too. We could spend hours on that one, but we're not. But anyway, we kind of are.
Well,
but
you
we're
said
not.
it was a 3-hour show, so
Yeah, well, we're eating it up too. You're a show, but we're not going to go. You said, what are we going to talk about? We'll talk about you.
we've got it.
Now, okay. Weaver Cook.
Weaver Cook.
How'd you get there?
I was working for a commercial contractor in their accounting department.
Mhm.
And as a female, I was told no when I wanted to go into project management.
Really?
They told me no, that only guys work on that side of the fence.
There we go. See? Go ahead.
And I was told that twice, 2 reviews in a row. And I said,
Over a period of how long?
3 years. 3.5 years.
3.5 years, 2 reviews, and they said no. Dog.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
But you, what? So you had an inkling you wanted to learn project management.
I wanted to do something else
Okay, cool.
because I was bored.
Got it.
And
I relate well.
I was told that somebody saw potential in me. And
you're not 30 yet. Now just keep.
I was 30.
Okay, so you're hanging around 30.
I was
okay.
30.
So you're on your journey. Yeah.
Yes, I was probably mid-30s, but yes. And I didn't listen at first, and then I listened.
Then you listened.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
And I said, screw this. I'm going to be a project manager.
Okay, cool.
And I left.
Not knowing where you were going to be project manager?
No, I know exactly where I was going.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I had a job lined up, and I went to be an assistant project manager for a small general contractor in South Carolina.
Okay.
That didn't quite work out for me too well after about 6-8 months.
Why? Management or the job itself?
All of the above.
Okay, cool.
Mostly management. And then...
And there were men?
Yeah.
Okay, keep talking.
And some women too, but yeah.
We gotta make connections.
And I was like, no, I'm not. I was miserable. I drove over an hour a day.
Wow.
And I was still miserable. So I started looking for something else. And I just happened upon Weaver Cook. And from the time I started talking to their recruiter,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that was my home.
That's awesome. So you're a Weaver cook. Okay, how long now?
I've been at Weaver Cook for 3 years.
3 years. Okay, what do you do?
I'm an assistant project manager.
But what do you do?
We do multifamily apartment complexes.
High rises?
Not high rises for the most part.
So, okay, not.
We do have some hotels, but I haven't been on a high rise yet.
So so Weaver Cook just principally does commercial and apartments? Multifamily?
Multifamily apartments. Yeah.
Multifamily, yeah. Okay, cool. That's my roots. Of course.
Affordable housing is what we base in and
Okay.
senior living.
All right, great. There's 3 years. Are you a happy girl now?
I love it there.
You love it.
I love it there.
You sure you love it?
I have a great team.
Cool. You know, when people say I love what I do, that's the most important thing. And you really mean it. And I think you do. You've had a nice little journey.
I have.
And you're a happy girl now.
I am.
Cool.
Because NAWIC was really a big key factor in it.
How? How long you been in NAWIC?
I've been in NAWIC since March of 2019.
And you're the past president.
I'm the past president. Yes,
Cool.
sir.
Yep. So you jumped full throttle in NAWIC.
I joined in March and got on the board in October.
Right. That's awesome. So you're not now what? Where are you going?
I am a candidate for the 2025-2027 South Atlantic Region Director.
Cool. You're perfect. You're right on spot.
Thanks.
Well, and I say this because of your age. How old are you again?
41.
What I tell you, she's found her place. We talk about this all the time, don't we, Rich?
Every week like clockwork.
You know, that's why I ask people how old you are, because it kind of relates to your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's benchmarks. But you know, why did you join NAWIC?
I joined NAWIC because they were having a speaker that was a female race car driver. And I have a past with a father that was a race car driver. And I loved it. And seeing a woman in a field that is predominantly men, I could relate to. And I grew up around race cars, so that was kind of my home.
Cool. And you think are you based in Charlotte? You traveling? You got to go an hour to work or what?
I now, as of last week, travel to Asheville, North Carolina to build a new complex there.
You go up there every day?
I will be there Monday through Friday.
Right. Well, I hope you love it because Asheville's beautiful.
It is pretty. It's very cold.
Now it is because winter. They won't stay that way. Come summertime, be warm.
Yeah.
You know, that's what Taylor and I were talking about that coming in. She says, it's cold. Well, it's winter. It's supposed to be cold. But you know, cold's hard to tolerate, isn't it?
It is.
Because when you get cold as a human being, and I say this for a reason, because there's a lot of homeless people out there. So I want you to think about all the heart. You know, you might, if you've got heat and a roof over your head, you're a very wealthy person right now. Because, man, I can't imagine being cold out there in the cold, especially what it's been the past week or so. You know, but it's winter. It's cold. Just remember there are people out there with a lot less and struggling. So if we can help them in any way. And it's easy to be critical. But once a lot of people get down, especially in the times today, it's harder now than it's ever been. It's never been as difficult. And I know this because I pay bills too. It don't go as far, I'm going to tell you. It's harder. And you know another thing, and I don't mean to get off track here, but I'm really not. Getting anything repaired these days is expensive. Now, why is that? Because we've been dumbed down to the point we can't fix things ourselves. And to find somebody that can truly fix something and knows how to fix something and repair requires critical thinking. Critical thinking is not something that's real popular these days because Alex is bobbing her head. Yeah. You know, but it's not. And I'm not trying to be negative and everything. I'm just trying to deal with the problems we encounter every day in our lives. So it's expensive, you know, but yet when somebody charges you $120 to fix a light bulb on your car, you say, "Why, God, it only took you 15, 20 minutes." You wanted it fixed. That's the cost. Now, it doesn't cost all that. I mean, you can get varied price and you can spend all your time bobbing around town getting it for $50. But what's your time worth as you do that? Point being, we need to teach critical thinking. Wouldn't you agree, girls? Okay. We found your place, right?
Yes, sir.
You're a multifamily assistant project manager.
Yes, sir.
What's the budget on that job? A number. Have you got one? I'm curious because I'm relating. How many units?
120.
120. High rise or many? How many buildings?
3 buildings.
3 buildings.
4
120.
floors.
4 floors?
Yes.
Big buildings.
Yes.
They're spread out.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the budget? Can you share that? I'm curious.
I'm gonna take a guesstimation of 25 to 30
million.
Yeah.
Okay, 20. I remember our budget was 2.5. That was in 1971. Yeah, 2.5 million. And you what?
Yeah.
And we built. It was between 150 and 200 units. 2.5. And what's yours? 25
to
million?
30.
Wow, what an increase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how. See, I told you it's harder. Alex, my girl,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You're 25. You're with ServPro.
ServPro Team Bowen.
Thanks for the correction.
You're welcome.
I stand corrected.
It's okay. Just don't let it happen
ServPro
again.
Team Bowen. And she says that because there are many, many ServPro franchises.
And I work for the Bowens. We're all over the Southeast, but Bruce and Brian Bowen, those are the guys.
Those are the guys.
Those are the guys.
Bruce and Brian.
Bruce and Brian Bowen.
How many ServPros they got in Charlotte?
I know in our area there's 10 licenses, and Team Bowen has 5 of those licenses. So
Okay, so
yeah,
about half. Half of, well, how long's that been going down?
we've been in Charlotte for about 4 years, but
Yeah.
Team Bowen in general has been since the 70s, I believe
Right.
it was. So
Right. 70s elsewhere, but not in Charlotte.
yes.
And I say this because I'm very familiar with ServPro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Through
That
the-
means
No,
you probably
no,
had some
no.
issues.
ServPro, no, well, in today's world, I can go off on a little tangent here. I need to, yeah. To that point, in today's corporate world, companies are being bought up at an unprecedented rate, and you don't even know what's going on. I have a sponsor of this show that's been sold to another company. And the other company is not up to the same caliber of the company they bought, if that makes any sense. And a lot of that's going on, but you don't know it because the names stay the same. And I caution you as a consumer, out there, a homeowner, an investment, a person living in America today, you don't know who you're dealing with anymore. Such as Team Bowen hadn't been in Charlotte but a couple years relative to the existence of ServPro franchises, because some have come, some have gone, many, but they've all had the name ServPro. Now, does that bode well for ServPro? No, doesn't, because that's the nature of the beast we're talking about. Now, what does ServPro do?
So we do restoration. Pretty much we get angry and sad phone calls all day, every day.
You get people that are reacting.
Yes.
And most of them are very emotional.
Exactly,
Because they have
it's
an issue.
Exactly. So our core services are fire, water, mold, and biohazard. So if your grandma has, water leak, we're usually the ones that get called to go out there and take care of her.
Right. ServPro. And how many companies? I'm testing you here.
Yeah, you go
How
for
many
it.
restoration companies are in Charlotte?
Oh, there are like 250 restoration companies in Charlotte.
I know.
But I will say
it's gone crazy.
It is crazy, but we are definitely competitive because we do some residential, but we're mostly commercial. I mean, we have the resources for ridiculously sized jobs. So, you say multifamily.
So, with Team Bowen, behind you.
But yeah, I mean, we were also in Asheville for a little bit with the Hurricane Helene issues, and we were working on a $9 million job. And then we also just did a $400 job the other day. So there's really nothing too big or too small that we can't handle.
Gotcha. So you are residential.
We do residential, yes, mostly with insurances.
Now, you're 25. How long you been doing this?
So I have been with ServPro. I just hit a year. Actually, what's today's date? I hit a year in 2 days.
Cool.
So I've been doing this for about a year.
Right. How do you
Mhm.
like it?
I love it. I definitely did not go to school for this, and I didn't. My last 2 jobs had nothing to do with this, but this is so fun. Yesterday I just took a company out to Topgolf. So I had to go to Topgolf for 2 hours, unfortunately working super hard on a Friday afternoon.
Selling,
Yeah, just, chilling.
introducing your company to
Mhm.
a possible clientele.
Yep.
I hear you.
But I
Okay.
will say it's not as easy. It's rejection every single day.
Well, life
Um,
is rejection.
and
That's how you learn.
and that's why I like
That's
this
why you
job
get
too.
better, man. It's
Exactly.
like we teach our kids, you don't want to fail. No.
I fail all the time, and
You got to
you
fail
gotta
to
learn
learn.
from it.
If you don't fail, you'll never learn.
Exactly.
Now I got a test question for all of you. When's
for
the
it.
only time we learn?
When you fail.
It's one of them. But when?
All right, I don't know the
How
others.
do you fail? You don't fail unless you apply, do you?
That's a good point, yeah.
So when do we learn?
When
When we apply. When we application.
mhm.
You never learn anything. You might read it in a book. You may study it in a class, but you won't learn it until you apply it. Will you? How can you? And then
That's a good point, yeah.
but we don't teach that way, do we?
Mm-mm. My dad always said it's the blessing of a skin knee. So I've always
You
kinda
betcha.
had that mindset of, all
Yeah.
right, let's go. Let's get comfortable with the uncomfortable and hopefully learn from the
And
mistakes
then
I've made.
people will say, "What if?" Oh God, that's one I don't like. I mean, you start talking that. Well, what if? I don't do what ifs. Like say,
Mhm.
but you got to have insurance. Why you need insurance?
Um,
What if?
You're gonna yeah. I was gonna say there's a lot that can happen.
Right.
Yep.
But if you're good and you're the best version of you can be, I'm talking about everybody, and you get up and you do what you do very, very well, is there a need for all that mess? No, but we don't teach that, do we?
Mm-mm.
I keep reflecting on that because it's the reality of what the times we live. We're taught all this stuff. They're man-made constructs that we buy into. Like ServPro,
Team Bowen.
Team Bowen. I love it. Now you just don't hear ServPro. You got to hear ServPro.
You got to
Team
think of
Bowen.
ServPro Team Bowen because that's who you're calling.
Well, no, that makes sense, and I love that
Mm-hmm.
concept because of ServPro's existence in the Charlotte
Exactly.
market.
Because we're not all the
O'Reilly.
same.
No, you're not all the same. And unfortunately, you're not all the same. No franchise is.
Mm-mm.
Is it? None. None at all. Okay. Where are you from?
I am from South Florida. Ooh.
What part of South Florida?
An hour north of Miami, Boca Raton. West Boca,
Been
not
there,
East
done
Boca.
that. 1982. I lived
Really?
there 8 months.
Oof, how'd you like it?
I sucked.
Yeah, I don't like it down there too much. There's a reason I moved to North Carolina.
Good reasons. The reason I came back.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I came up here in October to visit my family and all of my family's family and stuff, home, because I'm from Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves crunched. You don't have leaves crunching in Boca Raton.
No, you have sand between your toes. That's what you have.
Yeah.
That's the nice part
and
of it.
everything's clean and pretty,
Mm-hmm.
like Valentine. I'm sorry, I relate a lot of Charlotte to Boca. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And if am I right or wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Valentine definitely looks well. I would say that's East Boca. Where I'm from, West Boca, not the same.
Oh, I know the difference.
Okay, good.
I worked in the industry in 1982 in Boca, and I can say this. Here's another little tout for the trades, and this is the truth. And I tell kids this all the time because I've lived it. I moved to Boca Raton to be a partner in a bath and kitchen business. New, great industry down there, tremendous. Well, the day after I got there, I was told we couldn't do it because the deal fell through.
Oh, no.
So I just filed bankruptcy in Charlotte, North Carolina, which if looking back in retrospect, I would never do again because it just wasn't necessary. Anyway, so I was bankrupt, had all my goods and furniture in a storage unit in Boca Raton, my family, one child, my wife, myself. We moved to Boca, living with a relative in Boca. I woke up and no job, nothing, but I had my tools. I had everything I knew, and I had a picture book, call it a portfolio, with me. Within 48 hours, I had a bathroom to remodel in Lighthouse Point, Pompano Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my start. And I made unbelievable money in Boca being a home improvement expert, remodeler, and I could do it all. That first job, it was a custom bathtub made from scratch, with ceramic tile. And I enjoyed it. And I did it all. And it was fun. But there's proof. You work with your hands and your mind and know how to do things. You'll never be without a job. And my second wife told me, she said, I've never met a man that was more resourceful than you were. But see, that's what it's all about. That's what life truly is. When you're in the woods and you got to eat, you'll find something.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back. NAWIC, National Association of Women in Construction. More about them and how they got here. We'll be back.
Out more about the show? Go to our Facebook page, About Your House Radio. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
John DeLand here, manager at Crown Town Cannabis, Charlotte's original CBD and hemp resource, where the staff can help you with any questions or concerns. All of our products are third-party tested for purity and quality. Oils, edibles, Delta-9, topical creams, vapes, THCA flower, and products to help with the pets. Visit our new South End store at 115 Park Avenue in the South End. All 4 of our Charlotte area stores are open 7 days a week. Check online for the store near you. That's crowntowncannabis.com.
The professionals at Kilo Exterminating Company have over 70 years of experience in pest control. Throughout the years, they always pride themselves on maintaining the highest standard of quality and customer service, with every technician being state certified. And moisture readings are standard with every inspection. Their top priority is ensuring your home is free from pests such as ants, mosquitoes, termites, and any other pests wreaking havoc on your home. That's Kilo Exterminating at 704-333-9855 or online, kilo.biz. That's 704-333-9855.
Hi, I'm Sam Otero of AteroMedia.com. Someone asked me once what I love the most about my 30-year-long career as a media producer and educator, and I have to say the fact that not only do I get to create for a living every day, but then I get to teach and help others to use the content and gear systems that I've built for them themselves. Do you need professional live event video production or streaming services? You're in great hands with our family business. All 5-star Google reviews. That's ETTARO Media.com.
Hi, Roddy Player here with Queen City Home Store. Don't miss our blockbuster President's Day sale going on now with appliances up to 70% off. Stainless steel dishwashers start at just $2.98, electric or gas ranges at just $4.98, and microwave hoods at only $168. Plus, buy more and save more with exclusive rebates up to $4,200 on appliance packages. With flexible financing options, express delivery, and our price match guarantee, why shop anywhere else? New stores now open throughout the Carolinas. Find us at QueenCityOnline.com.
Have a comment or question for the show? Call us 704-227-8986. That's 704-227-8986. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to About Your House. Ashley, you got any siblings?
I do. I have an older brother.
Really? What's he do?
He works for Killingsworth.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. How long have you been with Killingsworth?
Not sure.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'd say probably 4 or 5 years.
Okay, cool. All right, I was just curious. Just a little note, some background here.
Okay.
You got an older brother.
Older brother.
Cool. What's he do for Killingsworth?
He does sales.
Sales. Okay, sales. All right, back to your constituent, Miss Alex. All right. So you're from South Florida.
I'm from South Florida. Yep.
All right. How'd you get in the industry?
I went to school for agriculture at the University of Florida, and I could not find a job for the life of me. Gainesville, Florida. Yep.
Okay, cool.
I could not find the job for the life of me. But
Hold on a second. What'd you go to college for?
Agriculture. So,
Did you get a degree?
Yes.
Really?
Sustainable crop production.
Like
farming.
Yeah. So you went to school for farming.
Sort of. I wanted to move towards the plant breeding side, but
wait a minute.
What?
South Florida and Boca Raton, Deerfield Beach, and all them areas down there. You go to college for agriculture, and you grew up down there. How'd that happen?
My dad, he is a weirdo. We live on 1 acre.
He had you, and you're pretty motivated there, so he didn't do all bad. Is he
No.
still with you?
Weirdo in the best way. If you're not a weirdo, you're not cool.
No,
in my
I
book.
get it. I'm weird as hell.
But he,
I've been called weird many times. I
take that as a compliment.
I own it.
You should.
Yeah.
You're weird.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
Okay, carry on.
No, but my dad, so we lived on 1 acre, and my dad he grew all kinds of tropical plants.
Oh, cool.
And he's a biology teacher. I actually had him.
Oh, there you go.
I had him for 9th grade biology. That was interesting. He was my favorite teacher. But
That's great.
The friends involved.
Is he still with you?
He actually still works at the same high school down there, but I'm trying to move. I'm trying to get all my family to move up here, but that's not going to work out. I'm just hopeful thinking. But yeah, so he kind of just got me into my, I guess, love of agriculture and sustainability. He collects scrap metal, and he's not like a trash man, but he literally has created this name for himself in Parkland, Florida, which is where he lives. And so basically all these, richer areas, they give out the most the garbage that they throw away is not garbage.
Me, girl. I know.
Yeah, so he collects it, he fixes it up, and he resells it.
I understand.
And if it's not something that can be resold, he basically just strips it down to where it's recyclable and he makes a difference. It's really cool to watch him do it.
I relate to it. How old is he?
Oh my gosh, he just turned 58, I think, 2 days ago. Happy birthday.
He's going strong. I love it. No, why should he move up here? He's got everything right
there. I
there.
know, but his
that's about you, whether you know it or not.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're happy.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Your dad's a happy man.
I'm not jealous. I am selfish. I will ask them to come up here.
So you got a background in kind of construction and critical thinking and being very resourceful. Cool.
I've always been construction adjacent, I think.
Taylor has too. Taylor was raised in it. What's your dad do? Or what did he do?
My dad is an auto mechanic.
There you go. God, look at these connections. Now we're finding the nuts and bolts about it. No pun there. You ain't laughing.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
Oh, we try. But anyway, so he was an auto mechanic.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Blue collar blood. Your daddy was a teacher, though, in biology.
Yes, both my parents are teachers.
Cool. They still teaching?
Oh, yeah.
What's your mom teach?
She teaches 1st grade or kindergarten, one of the two. She's been kind of back and forth the last few years.
One of them young kids arenas.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Well, we won't get into education right now, but anyway. All right. So how long have you been in NAWIC?
I've been in NAWIC for almost, I think, a year, actually. I need to renew my membership. It's pretty much been a year.
Well, NAWIC and this radio show go back many, many years, and I really appreciate y'all calling me because it gives me an opportunity to kind of catch up because I can't chase all the industry people, but you can.
Yep.
And that's where I need your help. But we're going to get in around put tools in schools. Do you know, ladies, who makes 80%? Golly, I'm talking to you guys too. This is wonderful. Of college and education decisions in a household. 80% of them.
The woman, matriarch.
The moms, and there's a big problem with that because it's not working. Now, I love you mothers. I do. Where would we be without them? We wouldn't be here, would we? But, so how do we change the trend? What is education? Is it a degree? You got a degree in?
Plant science.
Are you growing anything now?
Not currently. It's winter. It's cold, but when the spring comes around,
you got greenhouses. Man, a true thoroughbred farmer would have something growing. Come on
You're not
now.
wrong, but
I know.
I've been out of it for a little while now.
Well, what brought you into where you're at? How'd you get there?
So I got a
You're
job.
25. It hadn't been long.
No, it has been super long. But
We don't have a long way to go there
no.
versus her career
Wow.
pathway.
Did he just call you old? That's not nice.
Older
Ray.
than you.
That all right, whatever.
It is
I don't
not.
know. I
Call it what you want. 40 is a great age.
It is. I'm not saying it's not. You're the
Great.
one who's calling her old.
40 is prime.
Well,
Prime-
I'm working
prime.
there. I'm working my way to 40. Don't worry.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there. But
Very nicely, I might add.
Thank you. I'm trying really hard.
No, just do it.
Oh, I'm doing it, but that you got to try hard. You got to, make the mistakes and learn from them. That's in my book, trying. But anyway, I graduated college and I got into landscaping here in Charlotte.
What'd you do for landscaping?
I originally did an internship, so I was working on the crews. I mowed lawns. I edged the
Sure, you're playing
grass
with
beds. And then
toys and tools.
exactly. So then I became this floriculture superintendent, very fancy name for someone who plants flowers. And then I was learning a lot from, actually, I wrote her name down because I wanted to call her out. I learned a lot from Monica Coram, who was a business development representative at the company that I did landscaping for. And I just wanted to learn from her. So through my time at the landscaping company, I just tried to learn as much as I could from her. I took notes. And after I left the landscaping company, I moved into stormwater management. So kind of moving a little bit closer to construction. And I loved what I was doing there because I have, yes.
I got to
raising
do
your
some
hand.
relating here.
That's fine. Do some relating.
Stormwater management.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fancy word for controlling rain.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
And the number one most important thing you do in construction is what?
Communicate.
No. In construction. It is, you're right. Communication's top of the list on it. But on a work site, what's the most important thing you're going to do?
Protect the environment.
Keep the water out.
Thank you. You've got to control Mother Nature first. Most important rule in construction. You've got to do that. If you don't, you're going to be spending a lot of money on erosion control.
Yes, sir.
What's the first thing y'all do, right? Site work.
That's right. Site work.
Erosion control.
Yes, sir.
You control the water.
Yes, sir.
You got to do that first. Back to soil. That water, stormwater drainage. Fancy name for water control.
Yep. So basically, I just walked around construction sites all day, making sure that the BMP's best management practices were up
BMP.
to BMPs.
Woo.
Yeah, you like that acronym?
Yeah.
So
no, I hate acronyms.
well, okay. Well, I'll say best management practices for you then.
Like, which is the one of you? You got all the initials behind your name, don't you?
Yes, sir.
What the heck's that all about?
It is the NAWIC Education Foundation. I have all 6 certifications.
You're eat up with it, aren't you?
I love it.
I can tell.
Bring it on.
And no,
I want
say
more.
That, I don't say that critically or negatively. I say that because I noticed you got all these initials. I got a few initials, but I'll let them go because you know what you got to do with those initials? You got to buy them. Am I right or wrong?
Unfortunately, you have to buy them.
Ain't doing it. Homie, don't play that. I'm the best I can be without all the initials. And that's another thing I don't like about where we're headed in our culture. Everything takes a certification piece of paper. But that doesn't prove you're good at it. Doesn't prove you even like it. I
just wanted to learn.
No, you're doing great. Don't stop. Don't stop. But you get where I'm coming from around there.
I do.
But you'll learn it regardless whether you use those letters or not.
Yes.
And you'll be just as good, if not better, right? Those letters don't make you. You do. That's my point.
That's right.
But I saw them letters. I said, what the heck? I even wrote them down because there were so many of them. But anyway, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
NARI, National Association of the Remodeling Industry. I was very much a part of that for almost 20 years. Still am, actually. Love it. Why? Because I was a remodeler. I got into construction and multifamily, and I kind of went and evolved into remodeling. Why? Because it's the creative side. Taylor.
Yeah.
How's business?
It's been great.
Here you were here, what, 6 months ago?
Yeah, we just opened the shop up the 1st of July.
What's new?
Onboarding a lot of customers, qualifying subcontractors.
How's that going for you?
It's been really good. We've found, a core group of guys that we really like working with, and we want to help them kind of expand their crews and teach them, that they can bring on more people and kind of have that apprentice type of work and teach more people about flooring because no one's really getting into the industry.
And that's a big statement. And you're right. Flooring, even though every house you go in, every building you go into, what do you see? Floors. They're everywhere. Floors. Hey, our first hour's gone away. Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun. Taylor Gibson, Alex
York?
Taylor, York. You're Alex Taylor. You're
No, I'm Alex
Ashley-
York.
She's Ashley Taylor.
Yes.
I got two Taylors. They're just reversed in here. And you're Alex. She's Taylor. And you're Ashley. I get it right about hour 3. No, I've got it right now.
Show will be over.
Show will be over. Yeah, we can do it again sometime and I can practice. Nothing like practice. All right, you're listening to About Your House on Fox Sports Charlotte. Download the free app, stream us live, or on your browser, foxsportsradiocharlotte.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on About Your House radio page. More to come. Stick around. Let's talk to the girls and NAWIC, National Association of Women in Construction, why you should be a part of it, or even ponder the question. We'll be back.
You wake yet? Hour number 2. Taylor Gibson, Market Manager at National Design Mart. Ashley Taylor, Assistant Project Manager at Weaver Cook and Construction. And Alexandria York of ServPro Team Bowen continue telling their stories and talking trades with Ray. About Your House is brought to you in part by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some time with us. We'll share our knowledge and provide encouragement to improve not just your home, but every aspect of life. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
All right, welcome back. And now I got to repeat some content here. I just talked to Ashley about her career and pathway and all this thing. And what were we talking about?
We were talking about having to drive.
Drive, right.
Yep.
And how do you it sounds like I was making fun of all your acronyms, and I'm not. I honor them. I want you to know that. And I
Thank you.
respect that.
Thanks.
Because although you don't have a degree in this culture we live in, all those initials give you that degree of sorts, right?
Yes,
You kind of owe up to status quo, don't you?
I believe so.
Yeah. It's a shame you got to do that and not just be the best version of yourself. And why does she have to do that? Because of the nature of the beast in which you came here, right?
Correct.
And what you spoke of. A male-dominated industry.
Right.
And you had to prove yourself and still working on it.
Right. I say male-populated. I don't say dominated anymore.
No, definitely not anymore. Oh, hey, you're right. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
But NAWIC, has that helped you?
Tremendously.
How?
I would have never spoken up and had the courage to move from the accounting world to project management if it wasn't for my mentor and the ladies behind me in NAWIC.
Now, who's your mentor?
Dove Cyphers Putman.
Quick one on that one.
Yes, sir.
And she's been a fixture in NAWIC Charlotte for quite some time.
Yes, sir. Served as national president as well.
Right, I know. That's why I reached out, because see, I want this radio show, and I say this to you, and you're here, which substantiates it, to be an outreach method, a resource for outreach, getting to the community, letting other ladies and women know about the opportunities. And Taylor, you jumped on board. Alex, you have too, and around women and all. What does NAWIC do? Y'all talk. I don't care which one. Take it.
NAWIC for me is networking. NAWIC for me is finding the resources and people to talk to and make you better. For me, NAWIC's where I found a home. I found people that rallied around me and loved me for who I was, not for me trying to fake to be somebody else, because I'm not good at faking.
Well, that's lying. And what did I say early on? You got to learn to just be.
Yeah, be you.
Just be
My
you.
mama always told me that. Be you. Nobody else can be you.
That's right. But be the best you can be, and
Right.
you're doing that, girl. You're there, and I commend you for it.
Thanks.
Alex,
Yes.
where are you going?
Where am I going?
Not to lunch or anything like that, but where are you going in your career?
Hopefully places. I don't know. I'm just kind of going with the flow.
That works.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like I ask an 8th grader, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" He looks at me dumbfounded and says, "I don't know."
Well, for me,
Best answer there could be, I don't know. In the 8th grade, why in the world? How? Unless you're just eat up with some kind of passion in one direction. What you talked to a young lady the other day that wanted to cut hair.
Well, there you go.
She knew. As a matter of fact, she's a barber in Mint Hill Barbershop. Yeah, of course you know where it's at. But I asked her, she said, "I wanted to cut hair since I was a little girl." She said, "My mother kind of picked up on it." Your mother listened, and she cuts hair. And she I mean, that's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Okay, and I say, "Where are you going?" "I'm going with the flow."
I'm going with the flow. I mean, I've always, whenever someone asks, "Where do you see yourself in the future?" my number one answer is, I just want to be happy. So I'm doing what keeps
the best
me
answer
happy.
anybody could give me. Because I say, what do we all want? I ask kids every chance I get, every time I get around, what do you want in life? Everybody wants the same thing. What is it? And you've been going for it for 17 years.
17 years.
And what do you want?
Happiness.
That's all you want. Taylor, you a happy girl?
Yeah, I love what I do.
She loves riding horses too. Taylor's an equestrian person. She likes the horses.
Yes. That's what keeps me motivated.
That's what. Yeah, but horses are spiritual. You like your horses, don't you?
Yeah.
I could tell. I watched you ride it. You did a video post. I saw. You went to Florida recently, didn't you?
Yeah, my horse is currently in Florida.
All right. What you doing down there?
He is down there being trained by being worked by my trainer while I kind of get the store running up in Charlotte, and he'll be coming back in April.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So he gets to enjoy the nice sunshine and
he's
the
warm.
Cold. Yeah.
You got put him where it was warm.
Yeah.
That's great. It's awesome. All right. Let's talk a little bit about what you girls are doing NAWIC. What's the whole purpose of WIC Week? What is WIC Week? Let her answer. She's dying to answer.
This is my first time working with WIC Week or working on the WIC Week board, or I honestly remember committee. There we go.
So wait a minute. Whoa, let's back up. So there's a WIC Week committee.
WIC Week committee. It's
how many are on that committee?
My goodness, I don't know.
Well, guess.
6, 7.
Okay, cool. That works.
But yeah, so Mandy Alfaro.
See, another thing about women, you get a group of women together, they're tribal. You know, they work in groups, bigger than men groups typically. I mean, you have a committee with men, you might get 3. But I said, how many? I got 7. WIC Week. Must be a lot of fun. Tell me about it.
I mean, honestly, it is fun. I
would hope so.
So I'm the marketing chair. Is that the official title? Okay, marketing chair for NAWIC. And I've been doing the social media for WIC Week. And so basically I have a hand in all of the events, not necessarily the planning of it, but I have been like, I feel like I know every one of these women that is on the panel that we have on Tuesday and just the ins and outs of all the events. So it's fun. It's a fun way to get involved with all of them.
It's called networking at its finest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But WIC Week is basically just a week we're going to do events from Sunday to Friday, and it's just opportunities for women or men to come out and participate in these events. We have lunches as well. It's just trying to get the NAWIC word out there.
What's your
and also
goal,
women.
Miss Marketeer?
I guess the goal is just to bring women
in
in construction together. That's literally the entire goal.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, we try.
Well, great. Now you're doing it. Tell me how you do it. What? Tell me about some events.
I'm going to tell you some of the events. Okay, so I'm gonna just list the events if that's okay. You can ask questions though. I'll let you
do whatever you want to do. You're behind the mic, not me.
Okay, perfect.
Talk to me.
But on Sunday, so we have bowling for NEF. NEF? Sorry. I'm telling you, I know all about
the NAWIC Education Foundation. We're doing a bowling fundraiser.
NAWIC Education Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's stop there.
Okay.
NAWIC, the NAWIC Education Foundation.
Yes.
Pull the mic over.
Okay.
What does it do?
It provides resources for women. And
I don't mean to corner you, but
I feel kind of cornered, but that's okay. NAWIC Education Foundation.
Next time you won't be.
provides educational resources for people like me or men or women that originally were not in the industry or want to learn more or something different.
So what she just said is NAWIC is a resource for you, being a woman, a lady, and very, very interested in the construction industry. Okay? Typically, and this is why I love y'all being here, because that's what it's all about. You've got a resource if you're a lady out there and you're thinking you got 2 kids and you want a different career pathway and you like construction. And then you were fear, hate fear, to step out and say, I can do this. You did it.
I did it.
Matter of fact, she was told no twice.
Twice.
I didn't, but you wanted to be a project manager.
I want to be a project manager.
The heck with this assistant stuff.
And maybe more.
Well,
I'm still young, Ray.
I know you are. Yeah, you are. But that's the title. You just love the industry.
Yeah, I love the industry. I love being a woman in construction.
Right. Okay. So the whole idea is provide resources.
Yes, sir.
And
provide those
knowledge and information.
Right.
So you, being you, whoever you might be as a female wanting to get in the construction arena. And NAWIC, you have monthly meetings?
We do have monthly meetings every 3rd Tuesday of the month.
Is it still at the Sheridan out near the airport?
It is not. Right now, currently, we are at Blythe Construction.
Oh, yeah.
At the Blythe Academy. Yes, sir.
North Graham.
Yep. Shout out to Blythe Construction for hosting our meetings.
It's awesome. Yeah. Great new facility, too.
Beautiful.
Nice. Everything you want in the conference room is right there.
Everything.
I love a new high-tech conference room to have meetings in, man. You go in there and plug your laptop in. You can see everybody. Everybody's all around you. Wow. I love technology that way.
They have some super cool simulators too.
Oh, they got some awesome stuff.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
but-
and go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
If I can add WIC Week as Women in Construction Week, and it's a national event, and it's always the first full week of March.
That'd be 7th to the 14th.
No, 2nd through the 8th.
See, that's
the first full week.
You know that, and that proves one thing. There's a benefit to screwing up if someone's around to correct you, because then people hear, no, he screwed up, but you correct me. What's the dates again?
This week is March the 2nd through the 8th.
So
It's
next-
a Sunday to
It's
Saturday.
a week after next.
Yes, sir.
Sunday through Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All right. We were talking about, and thanks for sharing the resources.
Yeah.
Remember, NAWIC is a resource for an outreach for you if you want more information. How do they get to NAWIC?
They can go to the NAWIC website, nawic.org. They can go to nawiccharlotte.com
Or just Google NAWIC.
for that, they can Google NAWIC or the NEF.org.
NEF.org.
Yes.
You got all kind of resources.
Yep. NEF-edu.org is our NAWIC Education Foundation.
And you've taken tremendous advantage of the educational benefits to being in NAWIC.
Yes.
How many courses you take now?
I've had 6. All 6 that are
That's all-
provided.
And that's all them initials I've been talking about.
Yeah, the credentials.
Right, credentials. But you got to pay for every one of those every year.
We do.
Bummer. God.
No, not every year. Once you get them, they're yours. You don't have to, they don't expire.
They don't.
No, so I still
see.
have, like, my first one was in 2021, and I still have that one.
Awesome.
They
Well,
don't
I'm sorry
expire.
to dwell on that, but I just.
No, it's fine.
You know.
And they're open to men and women. I can add that too.
Okay. So,
Yes,
guys
men
can
and
play too.
yes, men and women can take those classes.
Uncle Red on the phone. What time? Where are we at on the clock? I'll wait till after the break. Yeah, we got 2 minutes. Awesome. I love it. Women get a lot of stuff done. And y'all have got, no, hold on. Charlotte's chapter, because you got history,
Charlotte's chapter.
is one of the leading chapters in the United States.
Yes, sir.
In what way?
We have over 100 members,
Uh-huh.
and they are a very diverse group of all the facets of construction.
Right.
All the facets.
And definitely
Anything.
some youth in it too.
Definitely. There are some legacy members that are definitely crucial to our organization and the
Wisdom.
industry,
Wise women.
as well
Man.
as well as some of the younger members, which we are super excited to have. I serve as the regional membership committee chair, and it's just seeing this chapter grow from before I was president to from around 70 or 80 members to over 120 at one time. Then we hit 140. We're back down to about 110 now. But it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing to have women come together.
Yep. It's neat to have we're much better collectively. We're much stronger collectively. Any group, anybody, we can do it together. It's a we thing. Actually, every bit of what we talk about is a we thing, because nobody can accomplish anything by themselves that amounts to anything. Oh, yeah, you can get stuff done, but not to a great benefit to humanity. It takes a village, and that's what NAWIC's all about, collective. You know, I speak of how women have changed in the industry personally in my 55-year career in the industry. And I've seen it such a tremendous change. And NARI, for example, when we started NARI, the room was full of men predominantly. There were four women that typically would show up and be a part of it. And I can name those 4 women. And then today at the NARI meetings, which, by the way, next Thursday at Hughes' new showroom out in Westinghouse, Hughes Plumbing Supply, new showroom. They're going to have the NARI meeting from 5:30 to 8. You can go to narycharlotte.com and register if you're looking. Here again, if you're a remodeler, if you're a remodeling contractor or in the construction industry looking to get into remodeling and want to check out the landscape in that area with NARI, the National Association of the Remodeling Industry, last Thursday of every month, typically. They meet at a location, and you can keep up with that at narycharlotte.com. But right now, I'm going to take a break. Talking to NAWIC today, the National Association of Women in Construction, WIC Week. And if you're interested or got any questions, give us a call at 704-227-8986. We'll be right back. Uncle Red's on the phone. We'll talk to him.
More about the show? Go to our Facebook page, About Your House Radio. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Whether you're building new or remodeling old, let ABS Insulating make it comfortable. ABS Insulating knows the business of comfort. Using the latest products and technology, ABS offers an array of solutions. Using fiberglass and spray foam, and all installed by certified technicians. ABS Insulating has been saving energy dollars with great customer service for over 30 years. They're a leader in the industry. Call them today, 704-821-4343 or absinsulating.com.
Hi, Roddy Player here with Queen City Home Store. The Carolina's largest independent appliance retailer now has a store near you. Don't miss our blockbuster President's Day sale going on now with appliances up to 70% off. Family size refrigerators start at just $4.98 and side-by-sides as low as $9.98. Washers and dryers start at just $3.98 each, and ranges start at just $4.98. Plus, get great deals on furniture and mattresses, and get up to 48 months interest-free financing and our express delivery. Find us at QueenCityOnline.com.
The professionals at Kilo Exterminating Company have over 70 years of experience in pest control. Throughout the years, they always pride themselves on maintaining the highest standard of quality and customer service, with every technician being state certified. And moisture readings are standard with every inspection. Their top priority is ensuring your home is free from pests such as ants, mosquitoes, termites, and any other pests wreaking havoc on your home. That's Kilo Exterminating at 704-333-9855 or online, kilo.biz. That's 704-333-9855.
John DeLand here for Crowntown Cannabis. We at Crowntown Cannabis care about you and your health. All of our products, from edibles to topical creams, are all third-party tested for purity and quality. 4 locations, open 7 days a week to help you with any concerns you may have. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can call us at 704-412-7121 or online at crowntowncannabis.com.
Have a comment or question for the show? Call us 704-227-8986. That's 704-227-8986. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to About Your House, 704-227-8986. You're listening to Fox Sports Charlotte every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. We got Nawick in studio today. Y'all having fun yet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it. Women, I love them. Gotta have them. They get stuff done. Let's talk to Uncle Red. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm just wonderful. Isn't that what you always say?
Are you warm?
Yeah, I'm in the car riding around.
I hear you. What's on your mind today, sir?
2 things I just wanted to add. I wanted to ask you about 2 things. I'm enjoying listening to you talk to the ladies about what they're doing and being project managers and all. and the advice, what they're doing and what you're telling them to do is exactly right. Because I did it. I did it for 11 years for a fairly big mechanical outfit. After years and years and years of mechanical experience in all the different disciplines, and all that. But and I don't think we handled a lot of money, but I handled about $7 million a month across my desk. And I learned that if you tell people the truth, which y'all were talking about, and you're straight up with your customers, now that's not saying that occasionally you won't have a customer that's a crook or trying to beat you. Everybody runs into that. I don't care how much background you check on them. Every once in a while, one slips through the crack. But if you're straight up with them and you only bill them for what you did and you're doing quality work, you will be able to collect your money every month. And that's what I was really good at, was making sure all that money showed up from FedEx on the day when it was supposed to. And I was good at it. I was really good at it. And they rewarded me for being that way. But it was because we were doing quality work. All that being said, the real question I had for them was this, and this is not political. We're not picking sides or anything else. How do they work? Because obviously they're managing a lot of people. I want to know how they work and communicate when a large portion of your workforce is, for the lack of, let's say, is Hispanic. I can't, that is the one problem. If I'd ever done anything in high school, which I did a lot of stuff in high school, but I didn't do that. I'd love to be able to speak fluent Spanish because there are so many Hispanic people working. And when I have something I want to ask someone, I cannot convey, their English is just good enough to get by.
It's like we always say, what's the most important thing we do every day is communicate. How can you communicate with somebody in their language when you don't know their language? And it's
and I'm not.
No, I know it's not being critical. It's a cultural thing now that we have moved into. Taylor's over here bobbing her head, because she's dealing with with floor cover.
There's a little more to it, and I didn't call to bust the show up talking about
what
this.
Are you doing
it
just
for? Always
then?
bothered me. I am trying to. I'd like
doing a good job too.
I'll have to hang the darn phone up and go back to you to hear you. You know what I mean?
No. You're fine.
No,
you know that.
Well, that's what I have to do. But I'm curious about. I know that as a culture they think a little different than we think, which is maybe better or worse. I know some fantastic technicians. I mean, some technicians that are as good as I'll put them up against anybody.
I agree.
Doing anything in different disciplines. Not everyone, don't get me wrong. And some of them speak fairly fluent English. They're very tech savvy. They're dependable. They're just on a little different wavelength about when they want to come to work and how they want to work and all that. But it just infuriates me when I'm trying to help somebody that's a friend of mine that has somebody working there, and I can't convey what I'm trying to say to them. It makes me just want to, just get in the car and leave.
It's frustrating. Yeah. I had that on the phone this week with an Asian that I think she was Asian. She might have been Indian. I don't know, but I couldn't understand. I just told her, I said, I'm sorry, I cannot understand it. It's to my fault, but hey, I tried.
And like I said,
I kept asking, I don't understand. Tell me again. And
I just wish that and I know they're probably trying as hard as they can to convey to you what they want to do.
Sure.
But they've got the same problem. But I just wonder, because it sounds like you've got three dedicated people, that are aimed in the right direction. They're doing everything right. I mean, and I'm enjoying listening to the show. I always do. But I would be curious in a little bit to hear how they deal with it. I built some pretty big stuff right about the time all the drawings started changing. You know, a lot of
To
stuff
CAD,
went
yeah,
from
yeah.
well,
You
no,
know,
I mean, we had AutoCAD forever. Now, backing up to your thing about tools in school and all, you know, you and I both took drafting in high school or in junior high. And I had a drawing table in my office, and I had an engineering people behind me with tons of AutoCAD stuff. But when I wanted to make something specific, I would draw it on a piece of paper.
yeah,
I knew how to draw it.
yeah.
And then I'd carry it back there and I'd say, this is what I'm trying to get you to do right here.
You know,
Make
isn't it
this
amazing?
change.
You know, isn't it amazing when you draw it, you build it? You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
know
talking.
it. And you work,
And
and
you
you
know
work
what I'm
all the
talking
detail,
about. When you draw
and
it,
you work all the detail, and you
yeah,
work all the detail out of today.
you can literally assemble it on a piece of paper by drawing it. And that's why I get all bent out of shape if you can't read a tape measure. Because if you can't read a tape measure, you can't draw anything correctly.
I had to teach some of my friends that own companies that have, in other words, owned equipment stuff, how to read. Years ago, had to teach them how to read a tape and how to use a level. And I thought, my God, I mean, you know, because you and I've been doing it forever.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, you got equipment, you're out here working. You can sit in a machine and grade property and make it perfect. You don't own a laser level. You can't even read a level, but yet you can feel it because you've done it so long.
Yep.
But the trick is, and of course, the equipment has dumbed everybody up a lot. You know, you can buy $1 million piece of CAD equipment that runs off a laser. You don't have to be able to feel it when you're running a motor grader or a dozer or a loader because
they're all GPS operated.
Well, it tells you where you are, but it tells you all about the grade too.
Yeah.
So it's telling you everything about it. But I'm just kind of curious, and it'll take me a second to hang up and then get back and listen to you or listen to them. I'm just curious how they deal with it. We did a couple of jobs where I had to do the conversion from metric, you know, and all to standard inches and feet, you know.
Yes.
And it about made us all crazy. You know, we find you buy computers. I got all that junk still in my office in boxes, you know, where I figured out how to do all that. But it makes you crazy. But I want to know how they deal with it because anything that slows anything down costs money.
Yep.
You
well,
know,
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. You say it all the time. Time is money.
Yep.
And you need to figure a way to work around it. Anyway, I didn't call you to wreck the show. I'm enjoying what they're saying. It'll take me about 2 or 3 minutes to get back where I can listen to you. Okay.
All right, dude. Thank
y'all
you.
Y'all have a good day. Thank you, Ray.
Thank
Appreciate
you, big
it.
guy. Take care. Bye. And if you don't know Uncle Red co-hosted this show for about 2.5 years with me. One of the smartest men that I've ever known. He's one of those guys that, like me, we could tear an engine apart when we were 16, put it back together, you know, and we did. So, you know, but that's what we need to get back to with put tools in schools and our kids. Let them take an engine apart. Let them screw it all up. It'll go back together. You know, it's just the way we have to work it. But back to Uncle Red's, I think what he was asking is how are we dealing in the industry with the division, with the Hispanic labor force and being a predominant force. And it seems like I've noticed in Charlotte a lot of Croatian and Russian and other Ukrainian immigrants coming into America that are well taught, well trained in construction. Are y'all dealing with this?
I will say,
I
when I was at the landscaping company, I mean, everyone that worked out in the field either spoke English and Spanish or just spoke Spanish. And when I was out there with them, I learned Spanish in high school and middle school. And you just have to force yourself to, again, be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Like I spoke Spanish with them. It was awful. It was broken Spanish, but as you speak with them more, you learn more. And something I was always confused about is why are the managers not learning at least some of the key words and key phrases so you can communicate with them? Because why force them to be uncomfortable like we have? Let me back up. So it's uncomfortable to speak in another language that you're not fluent in.
Yeah.
So why are we going to force them to do it when you could do it yourself, you know? So I always think that we should at least try to learn.
I agree. Yeah.
Of course, like now you're mentioning Russian and Croatian and on, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know how it would start with that. But
we do have a lot of that going on. Because Americans forgot or don't know, or we're not teaching, we're not exposing work. It's that simple.
I think
Kids
it's important
have been
to
coddled.
struggle
Kids
a
are
little.
coddled, and we're not teaching them how to work with their hands. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's our fault because they've taken it out of schools. And it deals with creativity. Creativity. We're all geniuses. We're all artists. We're all creators. We're all inventors. We were born that way. But we've taken it out of our schools. Why? So we can control you. So we can dumb you down to where you're codependent. Y'all don't want to be codependent, do you? You don't want anybody, but nobody does. But that's what we're teaching.
I think convenience is also a big thing nowadays. Everybody wants it to be easy. Everybody wants it to be convenient.
It's because you've been taught that.
Yep.
But it ain't easy, is it? You could try to butter it all up and put icing all over it, make it all kind of good and great, but it don't change it, does it? Life is not easy unless you make it easy. And the only way to do that is find your purpose, find what makes you happy, and just go do it. It might be hard work. Go ahead, grab the mic, girl. Get her done.
And take initiative.
Yeah. Show up. That's initiative.
Yeah, showing up is initiative.
Yeah, all you got to do is show up if you're there for the right reasons, right?
Right.
So how are you dealing with it?
I actually am using the Duolingo app to learn Spanish because I have probably 80% of my workforce out. I work in the field on a job site, and they are Hispanic and speak Spanish. And I haven't had Spanish since high school. So I decided that I wanted to do an app. And so I work on Duolingo every day and take a lesson a day. Duolingo.
Okay.
It's free.
Okay.
Unless you want the
deluxe
non-commercial,
package.
non-commercial premium package.
I hear you.
But yeah, I do a lesson or two a day and learn new words.
Taylor, you got it too.
Yeah, we have it. Most of our crews are Hispanic, not well speaking English. So it's definitely something we have to adapt to in the industry. It's inevitable at this point. So I think learning the language, but also learning how to work with the crews. We've been really successful in hiring employees that are bilingual that can help translate and communicate. We'll also find crews that are bilingual that can communicate to other crews that maybe don't have as much experience speaking English, and they can help translate. Also lots of diagrams and photos. Math and then diagrams are going to be a universal language. Everyone can look at that and figure out what they need to do from there. And then just taking the time to work with the guys. I mean, time is money, but ultimately if you can work with your crews and they know your standards and what to expect, you'd only have to do that a couple times and then they'll follow suit and be up to speed on that.
Well, they're there for the right reasons.
Right.
For most of them. And they want to do the right thing. That's called work ethic. And that's the strongest thing in their nature is their work ethic and their family core values.
Yes.
For the most part. Now, there's a bad group in every bunch, okay? Or a bad seed in every bunch of apples. There's bad apples in that basket. But yet, for the most part, they've got great. I tell you, I've noticed over the past 5 years, especially, how bilingual we're becoming as a nation, and especially Charlotte. Especially when I go in a store and I'm reading Spanish on a label. That's here becoming more and more frequent. And even I eat at a place real close, it's a hole in the wall Mexican eatery or restaurante or whatever you want to call it. I feel like a foreigner when I go in there because I can't, they're all talking Spanish. And I feel like I'm the outsider walking in there talking English because they're all talking Spanish. So, and I visited Mexico a few years back, And that's when it really came home because I stayed in the hood. I didn't go to the resort areas. I stayed in the neighborhoods. And yeah, I think we all need to learn Spanish, and I being one of them. I just don't want to learn everything again.
Honestly, too, you just need to know a few phrases. Like if you,
I know.
it was especially in the construction field. Like I think you can.
Muy bueno.
Yeah, there
gracias.
you go. There you go.
We've also come such a long way with the technology. Like we need to use that to our advantage. There's translators, there's headphones now that will actually translate for you. So there's different tools you can use to break that communication barrier and make sure that you're communicating what you need to communicate properly.
Convenient.
Well, the most important thing we do is communicate. So that's what Uncle Red's question was basically. How are we dealing with it? And y'all do it daily. I don't. And I'll be perfectly honest. I don't do it daily. I'm not out in the workforce like you guys every day. Which you're right there. And you're female. What big obstacles have y'all seen as being female in the construction industry?
Doubted.
Lack of respect.
Go ahead, chime in here, Alex.
So for me, it's a little bit different because I'm a trade. I'm a subcontractor. So getting in front of these project managers is difficult. I think just, what's the word? Just not one word, but just not being given the time of day.
Doubted, not being taken seriously.
That's what you're referring to, right?
Not even, yes, but not being given the time of day.
Right.
Just being written off.
Yeah.
I know you have your issues.
I do have issues. Don't worry.
I have spoken through the years to a lot of females coming up in the industry. And, especially not only in the trades, you're not a plumber, you're not an electrician, and you're not a floor covering installer. Okay. But I had 4 electricians in here one Saturday that were all electricians with tools and out in the field every day. And wow, there's where you hear your stories about men because they're out in the trenches. And we've come one of the big issues with the women getting into construction is that compatibility between the two sexes, let's face it. And men got a lot to learn, really do. Or you could turn it around and say, no, the women are coming in our territory. No, it's collective. We're here together. In today's world, it's a together thing. How's NAWIC dealing with that? Seriously. Is there any issues about that? I mean, not that there should be, but there is. Am I right or wrong? Come on.
Yeah, there are issues.
If we didn't have issues, why would we have a women's in construction association?
Right. I mean, I get grief. I get a lot of grief from the guys that I work with. And in the past companies I work for, it's just a group of women just hanging out talking. That's not what we do. That's not why we're here.
I know. There are a lot of women that I've, in the past 20 years, that I refer to about call her. It'll get done. I know of many like that, and I have. And there's a difference. And I'm sorry to say what I'm about to say, but I hate it. God, I hate it. Men will tell you what they think you want to hear. That's where it stops. Women typically aren't that way. Now, there are some women out there that are that way.
Yes, there are.
I can name 3 of them right now. And 3 of them that I would not work for ever again. Just as bad as any man I ever met. But anyway, they're out there. And I say that because I want you to know it works both ways. For me, anyway, it does. But, I think that I love women in construction, personally. Like I said, if you want something done. Now, on that note, I'm not going to get cranked into it now because I don't have enough time. Now, when I start plowing, I want to plow. So I want NAWIC to help with Put Tools in Schools. Now, I'm going to tell you how you can help. I love money. Everybody wants money, right? We already talked about that. Everybody's got to have it, But I don't want that as much as I want industry. I want industry involved. How do we do that? And that's the question I posed to y'all. We talked about a lot of issues around labor, right? Y'all are 20. How old are you now, Taylor?
25.
You're not 26 yet. When's your birthday?
It's in June.
Okay, gotcha. But you're 25 years old. You're young. and you're definitely in the right pathway to make a difference. Now how can we make a difference? What do you think the answers are? And you don't have to answer this now because we're going to take a break here. But I'm asking you girls, young, what do y'all deem as the answer? How do we change the landscape? How do we change this work ethic? How do we get kids stepping up? You say there are no floor covering people. There aren't, but they don't even know it exists. How do we change that? We're going to talk about it and more. We're talking to representatives, women in construction, NAWIC, National Association of Women in Construction. WIC Week. We're going to nail it down coming up next hour. But when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the question I just posed. How can we change it? What do you think? We can talk about it. I got a few years on you. And I'll tell you what I know. You tell me what you know. And we can combine and maybe come up with some answers. That's what I want in NAWIC. That's what I want with the AGC. That's what I want with ABC. Industry. What's it going to take? And it ain't about money. It's not money. Money's not the answer. But I think we'll come up with a few. I know a few. Come back. We'll talk about it.
More about the show? Go to our Facebook page, About Your House Radio. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Sam Attero of AtteroMedia.com, and I love empowering my clients and partners to make the most out of today's latest digital media tools. We specialize in building production systems and podcast studios for small to mid-sized churches and local businesses here in Charlotte. Do you need new media production gear? Do you need help learning how to use it? You're in great hands with our family business, Attero Media of Charlotte. That's ETTARO Media.com.
Steve Helms here with the Al Metal Driving Corporation. The Al Metal Driving Corporation is a full-service driving company. Regardless of the problem, we can handle it. Does your clothes dryer take longer than 45 to 50 minutes to dry a load? If so, you need your dryer vent cleaned or checked. The clothes dryer is the most inefficient appliance in the house and should never take longer than 45 to 50 minutes. Call Al Metal Dryer Vent today at 704-846-8368 or online at almetaldryervent.com. That's 704-846-VENT. Have you cleaned your dryer vent lately?
Owens Chimney Systems is known for all professional chimney services since 1989, including chimney cleaning, recommended annually, chimney evaluations and inspections, any and all chimney repairs and restorations, gas fireplace and gas fire log service, furnace cleaning, cleaning out one of the most overlooked appliances in the home. Get it done right the first time. That's Owens Chimney Systems at 704-554-9595. Or you can visit us online at owenschimneysystems.com.
Carolina Foundation Solutions is a family-owned and operated company and a licensed general contractor in North and South Carolina, providing foundation solutions from the mountains to the sandy shores of the coast. At Carolina Foundation Solutions, our objective is to help educate, offer guidance, and provide assistance. With over 200 years of combined experience, our family of experts are ready to help protect and repair your largest investments. If you have a problem, we have a solution. Call 877-883-4626 or online, carolinafoundationsolutions.com.
Have a comment or question for the show? Call us 704-227-8986. That's 704-227-8986. Now, back to the show.
I'm gonna work for you.
All right, welcome back, folks. You're listening to About Your House. We got Uncle Red on the phone again. Let's go ahead and plow that one. Hey, big guy, what's up?
Okay, I gotta say one thing because you started it, and I'm gonna finish it, and I want those.
No, you're
nice
not gonna
ladies
finish it. You're just gonna add to it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna throw some fuel on the fire.
Throw
and
some
I'm gonna
darts,
give 'em-
big guy.
Okay, I want, and they can hear me. Okay, right?
Oh yeah, they're all cued in.
Okay.
Now you know what the
Okay,
headphones
well,
for.
okay. I don't care if it's $1 million, $10 million, or $100 on some project. If you tell people now you will step on a few toes along the way, but I'm telling you this from experience. And they don't know me, but the trick is I'm older than Ray, and I've been doing major construction all my life, different disciplines. I mean, I was doing $300 million stuff working on it in the 70s. So you go figure that one out.
I thought
Do
you was
the
going to
math.
make this quick. Keep going.
I am going to make it quick. If you tell people the truth, and you may step on some toes, I used to say to people, you're not going to like what I'm going to tell you, but you're going to eventually find out that I'm telling you the truth. You can either believe me or you can find out after you waste a bunch of money trying to do it another way. You do not have to have much of a memory if you tell people the truth. Because if you ask me about something 20 years later and it's the same thing, I'll tell you the same thing 20 years later. I don't have to remember the lie I told you. And Ray, you started this reason I called you because you said, men will tell you what you want to hear. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And most women will tell you what you need to hear.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I made it a long way and worked my way up along the way. I was very fortunate. I was like you. I was exposed to a lot of stuff. We came up during a different time. But if you tell people the truth and explain it to them, you don't have to remember what you said. Because when you go back to that, if they call you 10, 15 years later and you go back in a project and you say, wait a minute, I remember this thing. We worked on this thing before. And this part over here was a mess when we did it before. You'll remember it. But you don't have to remember the lie you told to get the job.
That's right.
You have to remember the truth. The truth will always set you free.
Every time.
You have to every time. And you'll make some people mad. And there's people that'll argue with you, and they're, and it's all about money and all that. But in the long run, you need to just tell people the truth.
Thank you.
And don't jerk them around.
Amen.
All right, I'm going to try to get back and keep on listening. I'll see you guys.
Okay, bye.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Okay. He's right. One thing that a lot of people are afraid to tell the truth. Kids are. Kids won't answer your questions in an open classroom. Some won't because they're afraid of the answer. It won't suit everybody. Who cares? Say what the truth is, and you don't have to back up. That's been my policy. I will tell the truth. I will not lie. You may not like what comes out of my mouth, but I'm not going to lie to you about anything. Be careful the questions you ask because you may not want to hear the answer. And another policy I have is never ask questions you may not want the answer to. Be careful, especially in construction, like building inspectors. The rule, never ask a building inspector a question. Why would you do that? Am I right or wrong there?
You're right.
See, it didn't take you long to learn that one, did it?
It did not.
Yeah, but it's so true. You just don't want to ask questions you don't want to hear answers to. It's like getting permission. Did you get permission? Well, no. Why would I do that? Well, it's not yours. Well, my taxes pay for it. If I ask a question, they may not. They may tell me I can't do it, but it's already done. See, that's fear. No, but I didn't hurt anybody. Well, that's not the way you should think. No, that not according to you. Who gave you the rules, right? Mm-hmm. You do what you're told. No, I don't. Freedom. right? We're free. Get it? A lot of people don't. Maybe you will. Anyway, remember my question? What was the question? How can we change the landscape of our labor force with our kids? You know, you proved it. A lot of people have proven the fact you go to college to be successful in one career pathway, right? And then halfway or the third way or 3 weeks, maybe 3 years into it, you say, "What am I doing here? Why am I doing this?" And you've invested all that time and money into a career pathway that you don't. And how'd you get there? You were herded there. Herded. You were told that you may want or something, and you were also. And correct me if I'm wrong, because y'all are perfect to ask this question to your age. But how did you get there? Why did you go there? Why did you waste that time? Because that's what we're trained to do. We're all taught and trained, coerced, scammed, call it what you want, into our behavior, are we not? And how do we do that? Media, TV, culture. Now, how are we going to change it? If a child, you hear about college in the news, you hear about college in education, everywhere you turn. University, degrees, educate, degree, be successful, degree. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
You grow up with that, don't you?
Mhm.
Where have you seen join the trades? The image around it has been literally abolished. Am I right or wrong? Started in the 70s. It's lesser than. We've made our kids feel like if you're not going to college, you're not status quo. You're not equal to. You're not good enough. So therefore, we made the trades, working with your hands, being critical thinking, resourceful. We made that lesser than. Have we not?
No, we have.
We have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Very evident, right? How do we change that? There's only one way to change it. Wake the heck up. It's called marketing. Kids don't know what they don't know.
Correct.
Yeah, we need to bring awareness to that and let kids know that there's other options than just going to college, because that is what is advertised and kind of forced down.
Forced, literally, right,
Yeah.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Forced.
It is so advertised in school to go to college that, we have career centers and trade schools that I don't see a lot of advertisement on. I know I didn't when I was in high school.
And we've got mothers out there that love their kids, absolutely adore their kids naturally. That's the way it's supposed to be. And they want the best for their kids. Therefore, they've got to be educated. Well, what the heck is education? Is it a degree? No. It's application of knowledge, creativity, experience, passion,
yes.
purpose. How do you know or where to go to get it? You didn't know, did you?
I did not.
Till later in life, and you followed it.
Correct.
You were fortunate.
I knew nothing about the resources.
Right.
And then found the resources.
So how do we change it?
You provide the resources earlier in life.
How do we do that?
You put them in school.
But I've been in schools. It doesn't exist.
Oh, I know.
I think too, like I know NAWIC, we have this Block Kids event, and it's for children. I don't know the ages, but it's kids in school. What is it? K through 6. And it's this block building challenge. And I think that's a great way to get your kids excited about building. And then I know the Home Builders Association and Professional Women in Building, Morgan Smith.
Yeah.
So Morgan Smith, she puts on this girls construction camp every summer. And I volunteered with them last year, and it's awesome just seeing these kids build. Last year was building flower boxes, and then we planted flowers in them. So I think doing things like that, getting kids excited at a younger age, is what kind of propels
How
the
do we
idea.
do that? But I see that's exactly, and you're doing it. And I knew you were doing programs. There's a lot of initiatives in it. I'm not here to say that it doesn't exist. NAWIC's done some great things, so please don't misunderstand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we collectively, as an industry, need to come together, collaboration over competition. It seems like in Charlotte, there's this big competitive, we did this, we did that. It's like everybody wants their own little. I get it. It's okay. But what can we do collectively to change this, raise the awareness, and change the image of what we're talking about? Kids, exposing kids to career pathways they love, but they don't even know exist, like flooring. Ceramic tile surface installation. That's very creative, very artistic, very engaging, and it. And women love it when they know about it. You know, welding, welding. What a pathway! Women make better welders than men. Why? Because what we talked about, they're more detailed, much more detailed. And welding is a very detailed craft.
They also probably had to work twice as hard to get that position as the male counterpart. So I think women naturally pride themselves a little bit more in their work.
But see, as we discuss it right here, right now, we're raising awareness. It needs to be talked about. When I talk to kids, young ladies in middle school, high school, they look at you wide-eyed open, and very attentive because they didn't know. They didn't know. Although Tuesday we were down in Union County, I heard about 3 girls say, I want to go into welding. And I would say, yeah, you're done. That's all you need to do right there. If you like it, go for it. And, and they've all had a stick in their hand. So that's good stuff. But they didn't know. We got to take a top of the hour break here. Hour number 3 coming up. We'll talk about WIC Week. I promise we will. It's coming. We'll be right back. To how this show is at.
Grab another cup of coffee and join us for Hour 3. Taylor Gibson, Market Manager at National Design Mart, Ashley Taylor, Assistant Project Manager at Weaver Cook Construction, and Alexandria York of ServPro Team Bowen talk more with Ray about their experiences in the trades. About Your House is brought to you by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some time with us. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
All right, welcome back to About Your House, talking to the ladies of Nawick. How many members you got in this local chapter, Charlotte?
112.
112, all from all sectors, right?
All the facets.
One thing I want to cover, we're talking about changing the image of marketing, you might say, changing the image, raising the awareness of the opportunities, of the, career pathways in construction. There are so many places for women in construction. It's incredible. It's overwhelming. Like I'll use Marianne Konopnicki. You don't know Marianne, but she's the Workforce Development Director at Precision Plumbing. Well, Marianne, she works at a plumbing company. She ain't no plumber, but she's a heck of a workforce development director. You don't have to be a hands-on, I got tools in my back pocket kind of gal. You can be an infrastructure gal, your support. And there's a tremendous opportunities in the construction arena. Although, if you want to have a pair of pliers or two and some electrical tools in your work pouch, and you want to wear that work pouch, women make great tradespeople. I don't care what. If you're stout enough, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. Okay, nor can I, nor can anyone. And that's the raw fact. Men can outperform women muscularly for the most part. Wouldn't y'all agree?
Yeah.
Not me. I go to the gym. I dare you to fight me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. We got a spunky one.
And I and jujitsu, so.
Yeah. I appreciate your courage, but how old are you again?
25. But no,
There.
biologically, men typically are stronger than women. I was just kidding.
Well, but I love your tenacity, though. I love your spunk. I think that's great. And that's great. And never lose it. Never lose your drive. Because all three of y'all got tremendous drives and passion and purpose in what you do. And I appreciate that. Your energy, you're all in it. But, back to the problems at hand. Do you have a weaver cook? Do y'all have a workforce development?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Great. Is there a director for workforce development?
No.
Okay. That's and I'm spitting this out here because we've done a survey this year. We've learned through association and being out there that all the companies that have workforce development directors normally are larger companies, but yet they're more active in changing the image because they have someone focused on it. See, the problem with getting industry to step up, and I'm just talking to you girls because these are the issues that we've recognized, is getting industry involved. How do we get industry involved? I mean, how? What's the way to get industry involved in raising the awareness? One thing, don't you think we all learn with engagement instead of being talked to or down to? Talking's great. Dialogue is absolutely essential. But without feeling it, smelling it, holding it, all that, it's not as effective. Wouldn't you agree? Mm-hmm. So if we show up at a school or a group or a community organization, such as what you're doing with Nawick, what's that summer camp again?
Actually, that's with the Home Builders Association.
Well, but it doesn't matter who does.
Professional women in building. Yeah, it's were you asking the summer girls construction camp?
Girls construction camp, and it's a week long.
Mm-hmm. No. It's I think it was 2 days last year, and then 3 days it's going to be for this year.
What if we could collectively now, not just one person or not one company, but collectively set up summer camps for Charlotte and marketed that?
That'd be awesome.
Such as the toolbox, which we're going to put together, but it's slow putting together. Why is it so slow? Why do you think it's so slow?
Maybe not enough people are talking about it or care about it right now.
Yeah.
Volunteers. Everybody says, "Oh, Ray, that's great. Oh, yeah. What can I do to help?" Show up. Now, it's my fault because I hadn't organized a show up time yet. Right?
You got bigger problems then.
But see, I've had, and here we go. Truth. We have a trades career day. We send out 250, 300 emails to companies. 5 companies show up. Get it? How is that supporting? Okay, they come, they go. You know why? They can't get a return on their investment. So it's about money.
But you're not going to see that for years to come. But we're going to start seeing that. There's a shortage in housing. There's a shortage in building. There's a shortage of tradesmen. We're going to start seeing that. So
but how do we
every
change
company
it?
really should care about that if they're in the construction industry. It's
Thank
going
you,
to be
Taylor.
a huge problem in the coming years. We're
Going,
starting
whoa.
to see it
you
now.
just said what I hear all the time, Taylor. I'm sorry. Going to be, it is critical right now.
Well, it's going to be worse.
The shelves are empty. People call me, say, Ray, can you hook me up with a carpenter? What? Are you kidding me? There aren't any. The shelves are bare. Stock room is empty. There is no help anymore. And I hear what I'm not fussing at you, Taylor.
No, you're fine.
But the point is,
it's bad now, but it's going to continue to get worse if we don't do something now.
Then what are we waiting on? What the hell are we waiting on as an industry? I've heard it for 30 dang years. 30 years. I've been talking, talk. I'm sorry if I get upset. I get emotional about it because I'm sick and darn tired of hearing it. Until we change the image with our children and they know these career paths. Listen, I'm talking about art, creativity, imagination, self-esteem, empowerment, and most of all, freedom. Because when you can work with your hands and your mind, you are free as you can do anything because that's the way it empowers you. But we're not doing it. Are we? What are we going to do? What are we going to do about it? Everybody
we need
wants
to talk about it. We need to raise awareness.
We
need to encourage other people to get involved in any way that they can, whether it be volunteering time, sharing something on social media, having companies sponsor events. Like there needs to be more involvement.
Yeah.
In raising awareness to bring that involvement.
Show up and create partnerships with other companies.
Right.
People come together, organizations come together. One thing about NAWIC is we do partner with CAGC, ABC, other organizations, and to make things aware and people aware and younger kids aware. If people don't know, they don't know. So you have to make that available.
Now, we've got a school system in Charlotte called Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, right?
Yes, sir. I went there.
I know. How'd it work for you? Honestly. Not too good.
I didn't know about the resources available in high school.
They don't tell you.
Right.
They don't tell you. All right, how do we change that? We have to get involved in the education system. How do we do that when it's adversarial? Now, I'm just hitting you with things that, why is it adversarial? I don't know why. Why can't education embrace industry? Embrace.
I think the main goal nowadays is to send these kids to college. So
You
why
think?
would they want to open their minds to something different,
Yeah, I also think like a lot of parents just think that is, you go to college, you're going to get this great paying job when you get out of school and be placed right away, but that's just not the case. And I don't
Absolutely
think
not.
there's enough awareness brought to that either, that we have a plethora of college graduates with these degrees that can't really use them for any realistic job. Like we have
But you better pay that debt.
Right. So, I think a lot of parents think that they're going to send their kid to school for 4 years. They're going to intern at these great places and get this well-paying job right out of school. And that's not what happens.
I would agree 100%. I think that parents think that for their kids and their
They've
kids.
been brainwashed. We've lost 3 generations
Right.
to the dumb down.
And they have this debt, this college debt above their head. So they think they have to get a job. And then they can't land the job in their field that they went to school for, that they paid money for, that they have a piece of paper for, because they don't have experience in it. And if you don't have experience in it, you're not going anywhere. I can tell you right now that my experience in construction has gotten me way further than any piece of paper that I could have ever gotten.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Sorry.
No, you got nothing to apologize for. And what do we call that? I believe that falls in the application category. You didn't learn anything till you get out there and play with it, do you? But they'll sure steer you down a rabbit hole, won't they? Because that's what your test scores related. Right. Your test scores. Your test scores.
Let's just say I don't test well, so good luck with that.
A lot of people don't test well. Testing isn't what we go to school for. We go to school to learn. And now they're teaching them how to take tests. How's that working for us? I think that's what we're talking about, isn't it? Mm-hmm. How do we change it? Is raise the awareness, engage students, because how do we get to the parents? If that parents are the problem, which they are, I'm sorry, God bless your soul. I know you want best for your kids. We all do. We all do. But I got 2 kids sitting here in the studio with me today. I'm sorry, I'm not putting you down. I'm just telling you, in the scheme of life, your kids. Okay, but yet you agree or you see it, don't you? Because you've lived it, haven't you? You've been lied to, haven't you? You can talk if you want to.
Well, I mean, personally, I will say I'm glad that I went to college. I had parents that helped me,
Oh,
which
I know
is
you're
absolute.
glad.
Oh no, I know, but
That's what I hear from 90% of everybody goes to college.
No, of course, but
because you got to substantiate you going. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're not wrong, but I learned a lot more in college than just from school, and I think that's what people are really going to college for. I
the
think
social arena and growing up to be an adult. Is
exactly.
that where you learn how to do that? No.
Exactly.
But I hear that excuse all the time. And they didn't. And here's another one for you. What are you going to college for? I'm not sure yet.
When and you don't figure it out. You don't figure it out until too late.
I'll figure it out in college.
Mm-hmm.
No, you won't. But I can't tell you that. You're not going to listen to me. I'm the bad guy because I'm arguing with you. But the stats prove it, right, Taylor?
Yeah.
It don't work.
Mm-hmm.
And then the teachers that come up to me, they'll figure it out when college. No, they won't. You're just wasting time and money. That's all you're doing. And that ain't me talking. I'm talking because of people just like you coming in the studio and regurgitating the reality of life, right? So college, bottom line, how do we change it? Now, I've asked that for, look, I'm not looking for a golden answer here, but I'm telling you how critical it is. Mm-hmm. Until we change it, market it, and make changes, we can't do anything about it, can we? Now, for example, summer camps. If we, the industry, got together and figured out locations throughout the city to make makerspace, and we don't have to have curriculums. We have to just raise awareness. Isn't that it? Like have workshops for kids, 2 weeks. Sure, we got to charge a little bit, but look what your child's going to be exposed to. We could do that.
Mm-hmm.
We got space. We can make it. We're going to make it happen. Put tools in schools is going to make it happen. But how? I can't do it alone. We need industry to help.
I think it's all about who you know, too. So that's why NAWIC and all these associations are good because you're meeting people that maybe have a little bit more power than you do in these bigger companies that can, pull some strings or whatever it is. So, I think networking is great for that.
It's the only way, but industry has to be involved.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to come back and talk about WIC Week. We got WIC Week coming up. A lot of events, and y'all want people to attend these events?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do? Is that what the goal is?
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk it up. You want to?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do
Let's do it.
All right, we'll be back to talk NAWIC, National Association of Women in Construction. They call it WIC Week. What's WIC stand for? Women in Construction. Y'all figured that out. Like Alex said, duh. We'll be back.
Out more about the show? Go to our Facebook page, About Your House Radio. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
John DeLand here for Crowntown Cannabis. We at Crowntown Cannabis care about you and your health. All of our products, from edibles to topical creams, are all third-party tested for purity and quality. 4 locations, open 7 days a week to help you with any concerns you may have. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can call us at 704-412-7121 or online at crowntowncannabis.com.
Hi, Roddy Player here with Queen City Home Store. The Carolina's largest independent appliance retailer now has a store near you. Don't miss our blockbuster President's Day sale going on now. Find great deals on fashionable living room, bedroom, and dining, all on sale now. Recliners start at just $4.98, sofas at just $6.98, and Sealy Queen mattresses at only $5.98. With up to 48 months interest-free financing, express delivery, and price match guarantee, why shop anywhere else? Find us at QueenCityOnline.com.
Hi, I'm Sam Otero of AteroMedia.com. Someone asked me once what I love the most about my 30-year-long career as a media producer and educator, and I have to say the fact that not only do I get to create for a living every day, but then I get to teach and help others to use the content and gear systems that I've built for them themselves. Do you need professional live event video production or streaming services? You're in great hands with our family business. All 5-star Google reviews. That's ETTARO Media.com.
Let's face it, we do not like bugs and especially spiders and ants. Unwanted pests in the home are not only creepy, they can also spread sickness and cause significant damage to the structural integrity of our homes. Kilo Exterminating has been taking care of pest control problems in the Charlotte area for over 70 years with award-winning customer service. Moisture readings are standard with all crawl space inspection. Call Kilo Exterminating at the first sign of infestation, 704-333-9855, or online at kilo.biz. Again, that's 704-333-9855.
Folks, are you into Italian food, Italian cuisine, New York style pizza? Join me from probably once a week at Libretto's Pizzeria, serving great New York style pizza and authentic Italian food. Yep, taste of New York City right here in the great Queen City, located 15205A John J. Delaney Drive in the Ballantyne area, and also the home of Spinello's Pizza. You know what Spinello's is in Italian? Joint. You figure the rest out. That's Spinello's Pizza, a 10-inch infused pizza offered in both pepperoni and cheese. Visit Spinello'sPizza.com for more information and retailers near you. Libretto's Pizzeria is open 7 days a week. A great place to relax, dine in, take out, delivery, or catering. Visit Libretto'sPizzeria.com or give them a call, 714-1442 for the best New York-style pizza and Italian cuisine. That's Libretto's Pizza. Let us cater your next event.
Have a comment or question for the show? Call us 704-227-8986. That's 704-227-8986. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. I love that song. All right, you're Alex.
Oh, sorry.
You're up.
WIC
Week.
I'm up.
WIC Week. Women in Construction Week. All kinds of plans. The whole goal here is to raise the awareness of the opportunities in women with women in construction, right?
Mhm.
So if you're looking to possibly jump on the career train going in a different direction from where you're used to, and you want to get in construction, you might want to listen up.
All right. So we have 6 days of WIC Week events
Six
put
out
together
of
by
seven ain't
NAWIC.
bad. You did good.
What'd you say?
6 out of 7 a week.
6 out of well, we have there's another event on the 7th or on the Saturday.
Right.
But that's not NAWIC sponsored.
Okay,
So
tell me what I can go to and have fun.
So on Sunday, March 2nd, we have bowling for NEF, which Ashley had spoken about that before.
Oh, no, what's NEF again?
NEF.
The NAWIC Education Foundation.
They're to raise money. This event's going to raise money for the national what?
It's a fundraiser for the NAWIC Education Foundation.
NAWIC Education Foundation. Okay.
And that's going to be at Bolero, so everybody show up
Which
for that.
one?
It's
Montford
the one
Drive?
on Montford Drive, yeah.
Got it. Montford Drive. Okay.
And just a heads up, there's an Eventbrite link that hopefully you can share out with everybody. So if you are trying to sign up for these things, sign up on Eventbrite and we'll get you on the list. So for Monday, we have Monday Night Brewing. Oh, yes.
Get that to Rich and he'll put it on the Facebook post. He'll put it on the
Perfect. Thank you. So for Monday, we have Monday Night Brewing. That is sponsored by the Women of Asphalt and Carolina's AGC.
Got it.
And then that's the location on South Tryon. And then on Tuesday, March 4th, we have a Building Allies panel. It's advocating for women in construction. We have
Hold
four.
on.
Yes.
Building Allies panel.
Yes.
And that's
It's a panel discussion.
A panel How long is it?
It's from 5 to 7, but the
2
panel.
hours. Cool.
Yeah. So come on for some great conversation.
5 till 7.
5 till
and
7
that's
p.m.
Tuesday?
That's Tuesday.
Where now again?
This is at the Myers and Chapman office. It's
okay.
1101 Woodridge Center Drive.
Not only could you learn something, you can step into a real nice construction office.
Yeah. And there are a lot of GCs that come out there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you have questions about, construction or getting into it, I'm sure they'll be happy to answer. We have 4 women speaking that day. It's Jennifer De La Jara with Goodwill. I'm going to say Goodwill. I can't read the rest of it. It's the Goodwill Industries of Southern Piedmont. There we go.
Sure.
We have Wendy Nixon with DA Everett Construction. Davina Thorpe with, it's not on here because she actually just started working with them.
If you don't know, it's okay.
It's Lincoln Property Company. There we go.
Okay.
And then Tana Thompson with Piedmont Door Solutions. And this is moderated by Sarah Wacko with Turner Construction.
Okay.
On Wednesday, we have a drop-in for coffee and conversation. We have a few sponsors, if you don't mind if I shout them out real quick.
Oh, please do.
ServPro Team Bowen. We have CertaPro Painters, Ike's Construction, Dixie Ply, Blank Slate, and Pro Tint. And that's going to be on March 5th, Wednesday, March 5th at Community Matters Cafe. And then on Thursday, we have a safety vest run. This is going to be starting at the Crown Lighting Group on South Mint Street. And that is put together by Banks Electrical. Antonetta at Banks Electrical. She's awesome.
I know her Banks. Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then on Friday, March 7th, we have a mixer. It's sponsored by McFarland, and that's going to be at Armored Cow over on J.W. Clay Boulevard. We also have, I know you just want more. We also have 2 job site tours. There's one on Monday, March 3rd with Weiss Builders. That's going to be at 7804 Creek Ridge Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, obviously. And then on Friday, we also have a job site tour with Fairwood Construction. That's going to be at Aurora Meadows Townhomes at 3010 West Boulevard, Charlotte, North Carolina, And then you thought I was done, but I'm not.
No, I didn't think you're done. Keep on going.
We have NAWIC has member connect lunches, and this is just a great way for people to stop by, eat lunch together, and talk crap about construction. So we have 2 of these going on during WIC Week. The first one is with Kent Companies, hosted by Rachel Hinson. It's at Sal Mary's Italian Kitchen. This is in Fort Mill, South Carolina. And then we have another one hosted by GNS Heating and Air. Carolyn Dellinger is the one hosting that, and it's at Afton Tavern in Concord. So those both will be taking place on Tuesday, March 4th. We just have 2 different locations to kind of give a little bit of variety. If you can't make one, you can hopefully make the other.
Now I'm gonna ask a question.
Go for it. There's a lot of information to throw at you.
It might get an answer I don't want to hear, but anyway, is all this posted on the website?
Yes, I am
I just want to be sure.
I am the marketing chair for NAWIC, so you will see all of this and a whole lot more, just a lot more detail about each of the events. So if you have questions, feel free to comment on a LinkedIn post or DM us or whatever it is. We're happy to answer.
DM us.
DM us. Direct message us,
Yeah, I love these acronyms. MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding. I didn't know what that was till a few weeks back.
Our goal is just to confuse you.
MOU. Did you know what that
MOU,
was?
yeah, duh.
Memorandum
Everybody knows
of
that.
Understanding. And somebody said, you need to sign a MOU. I says, what the heck? I learned something. All the acronyms. Okay. Now, I talked about how NAWIC could help put those in schools. It's not me, not put those in schools I want you to help. It's the kids, because that's what it's all about. I need board members. We need board members. And I'm just putting it out there, not you girls necessarily, but when you're out there networking like y'all do, I'm an old fogey, and I'm not saying I'm old. I'm old in years, and I don't get out like I did at one time and network, and because I've been doing it for a long time. And that doesn't exclude me by no means, but there again, to reach out, and I'm going to tell you why. You're 25, and you're 40. Y'all are young as far as industry goes. And it's the youth that's going to go out and get youth, because what you've done today is proven the point. You see the problems. Now, and I'm sure you've met other ladies your age, if not in the same area, that want to do something about it. Well, it takes a village. We need board members that are really interested in that movement. But if you're not, I don't want you playing. Because if you want to use it for a resume entry, if you get my drift, no, we're not in. Homie, don't play that, because you won't last. Because if you're not in it to win it, why would you be there? But we need players to play with. And what do we need to do? We need to make relationships. I don't do well with that. I make them mad. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
You said relationships, and so part of it is finding sponsorships and meeting these people who are actually wanting to be interested and getting their companies interested. I forgot to do this before. Is there any chance that I could just shout out our list of sponsors for WIC Week? I'm gonna let Taylor do that. We just want to thank everybody, because it's like you said, it takes a village.
Hey,
and
I want to support whatever we need to support.
All right, cool.
To make changes.
Heck yeah.
I'm all about changing, and here I am going to learn a whole different thing coming up.
Well, we'll help you out.
But that's what I'm hoping. Hopefully. It's just like I got a brand new computer, brand spanking new. Will do everything I want it to do. I ain't about to touch it and set it up by myself, because one day I'm going to turn that computer over to somebody else, and I won't be here. And it's not that far away, relatively speaking. Why do you keep looking at me like that?
I don't know. You keep talking about death.
I didn't say death.
Oh, okay.
Did I once say I was going to die? But by the way, I'm going to. We all do. We're not getting out of here alive.
Oh, I know. My stepdad always
says, let's get real. And you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I die or just go away, everybody's going to say, yay! No, seriously. But the point is, all this has to be developed.
Gotta leave it for someone else to take over one day.
On today's terms, you get me?
Mm-hmm.
With technology, you think I'm savvy to all this stuff? I do have a MacBook, and everybody says, oh, you know how to work a MacBook. Whoopee. Halfway, I probably don't know 50% of what this thing's capable of, and I don't. But that's why I want youth, because young people got it going on with technology. They don't know any different, because that's what they were raised with. I was not, although I'm pretty savvy, but I'm Not as savvy as I wish I was,
Mm-hmm.
but I need help. So how do I get help? I'm asking for it. But I want people that are passionate and understand what we're dealing with. And what we're dealing with is multifaceted, believe me. Like I said, industry must get involved. How do we get industry involved? Not just by writing checks,
Mm-mm.
showing up. What's the most valuable commodity we all share?
Knowledge? No, I was just kidding.
Taylor hit it. Time. It's the most valuable thing we share or we have is our time. Now, how do you give it? And another problem in today's world, we're too busy. Everybody's too busy. I got people who turn down being on this show, business people. Why can't they come? They're too busy. And there's the problem in America today. We're all distracted, unbelievably distracted. Wouldn't you all agree to that?
Mm-hmm.
And too busy. The number one thing I hear day in and day out, I'm sick of hearing it. I am fed up with hearing it. I'm too busy. The number one excuse, I'm just too busy. And then people don't call me, and then they'll say, Ray, I don't want to call you because I know how busy you are. I'm never too busy to talk to anybody. Never. Has any of y'all called me before?
No.
I'll answer my phone. How many times you get that during a day? Seriously. In business, y'all are all in business. Do people communicate well?
No.
No.
That was 3 quick no's. Didn't take long. What's the problem?
Too busy. No, sometimes people just don't want to talk to me, but other than that, it's busy.
The lack of urgency.
Yeah.
The lack of urgency.
But doesn't it frustrate you?
Yeah.
It's being a market manager, Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
It must drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Story of our lives, not people not answering their phones.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's always the wait game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you find yourself waiting and waiting and waiting?
I know.
It's real easy, folks, to talk. But unfortunately, we're not teaching our kids that either. When you're sitting on the couch next to each other and you're texting each other, there's a situation there. Or am I the crazy one? When you can sit there and verbalize and have dialogue and I can look in your eyes and we can have body language and talk to each other. But no, we're going to text. What? And we're too busy. Right? How about you? You're on the phone a lot. I know you are, or you try to be.
I am.
Is communication a problem for you?
Yes. People use any convenience possible to not answer their phone.
Or text you.
Correct.
Or email you.
Or return an email. Correct.
So returning emails has become a problem?
Yeah.
See, y'all helping me
They
out.
look for any way around it.
I'm scoping the landscape here. We're talking about life in the industry, right?
Right.
And I appreciate y'all sharing. I really do. But the number one, what's your daily biggest problem?
People not wanting to sit or start a, oh my goodness. People not wanting to answer their phones or set up a meeting with me. That's my biggest problem, I think, with my specific job.
And that's all around communication.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, isn't it? How about you, Taylor?
I mean, I would say just people even wanting to show up and participate. You know, you can set up an event, not have people show up. You can, I mean, I can't even tell you how many interviews I've set up. I didn't get that. And I have people that don't show up for interviews. So I think, you know, the hardest part about doing anything is showing up, and the rest of it kind of follows if you can just make that first step and effort to get to show up.
Thank you for sharing that. Thanks a lot, because that's a tremendous problem, showing up. You're right. I've had numerous events with industry. Like I say, you send out 250, 300 emails and you get 3, 5, and they don't tell you, or they don't, then they show up. They didn't, well, I didn't know I was supposed. The letter, did you read it? And it's like, you ladies, I'm gonna
Can't
say,
fix stupid.
Did y'all park in the building behind the building?
Yep,
the vans?
towaway zone, the one you told us to park in, yes.
Well, guess what? I had 3 or 4 that come up here and they park in the parking deck. And I said, did you read it? Well, yeah, but I didn't. Why do you think I took the time to write it? It's like instructions. Should you read instructions?
Yes.
Absolutely, every time.
Always.
Women will tell you always, but men, no, I don't read them. You idiot. You know, instructions were a company spends a lot of money on instructions because not only do you have to write them where they're understandable and you can follow them well, which some fail at miserably, but some do invest a lot of money in instructions. Not only that, but they have to cover themselves legally to cover their liabilities with what they tell you. Ain't this a crock? If you want a good career pathway, how about a lawyer? Because they're apparently making lots of money off lawsuits these days because they're going around like candy. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. But welcome to America. Right? But back to instructions. Sure saves a lot of time. I did a job yesterday. Not that y'all care, but I'm telling you anyway. And I pulled out the instruction book and I've done it countless times, the same product, but it wasn't the same. They changed it. How did I know that? When it looked different and something. So what did I do? I went to the instruction manual and we both reviewed it because I had a helper and the helper's got to learn something. So I said, read that. And then I'll share you something else too. All cooktops, gas cooktops, come with regulators, except for one brand. And typically that one brand has the regulator built into it. How would you know that?
Read the instructions.
You got it. Matter of fact, I looked for the one sentence and said, read that to me. And he read it. The regulator in this product is already built in. All the other brands on the planet, they aren't. You have to apply it. But see, if you would have put a regulator on that appliance, or you went looking for it in the box, which I did, but then I looked at the brand and said, it's included in it. Now that's experience that I knew that. But there again, if you're not experienced, where are you going to learn that? The instructions. I think I made my point clear about the instructions. So all you crazy people out there that feel like you're above reading the instructions, you're not. And I'm a know-it-all. Yeah, one of them. I can do anything. That's how I know I read instructions because I failed a lot. How do you learn?
You fail.
Yep. And if you don't read instructions, you're going to fail. You're going to get it wrong, especially in this time, day and time, with technology being what it is. But you got to live and learn. All right. Y'all got anything else you want to talk about?
Yes. Can we shout out the sponsors for a quick, please?
Not yet. I'm waiting till we come back out of break.
Oh, that's fine. We can.
No, I knew you were going to do it. I'm just saving the best for last.
Oh, that's fine with me.
That work?
That's fine.
It work.
I'll allow it.
Could you think you could do this show now by yourself?
Oh, obviously. Come on. Duh. I'm kidding. No.
You could. No, you could.
I don't know about that.
I do.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the confidence. I appreciate it.
You like to talk.
How do you know that?
Experience.
Observation.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit of experience.
Just a little.
Out of all three of y'all, who likes to talk more? So she likes. You're being bashful today. Why? Why are you being reserved? You cheated. All right. All right, we got to take a break here. We'll come back and hear about all the sponsors. Is that the list?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. We'll hear them all when we come back about WIC Week. National Association of Women in Construction. WIC, Women in Construction. We'll be back.
Radio. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Owens Chimney Systems is known for all professional chimney services since 1989, including chimney cleaning, recommended annually, chimney evaluations and inspections, any and all chimney repairs and restorations, gas fireplace and gas fire log service, furnace cleaning, cleaning out one of the most overlooked appliances in the home. Get it done right the first time. That's Owens Chimney Systems at 704-554-9595. Or you can visit us online at owenschimneysystems.com.
Go outside and take a look at your home. Are the gutters doing their job? The number one enemy to your home is water. Most homes are built with small, inadequate gutters and small downspouts. ABS Insulating has a division of the company that does nothing but gutter services. All gutter services: cleaning, maintaining, repair, new downspouts, replacement, and new gutters with many types available. They're a leader when it comes to gutter protection. Call ABS Insulating today, 704-821-4343 or absinsulating.com.
Steve Helms here with the Al Metal Driving Corporation. The Al Metal Driving Corporation is a full-service driving company. Regardless of the problem, we can handle it. Does your clothes dryer take longer than 45 to 50 minutes to dry a load? If so, you need your dryer vent cleaned or checked. The clothes dryer is the most inefficient appliance in the house and should never take longer than 45 to 50 minutes. Call Al Metal Dryer Vent today at 704-846-8368 or online at almetaldryervent.com. That's 704-846-VENT. Have you cleaned your dryer vent lately?
Hi, I'm Sam Attero of AteroMedia.com, and I love empowering my clients and partners to make the most out of today's latest digital media tools. We specialize in building production systems and podcast studios for small to mid-sized churches and local businesses here in Charlotte. Do you need new media production gear? Do you need help learning how to use it? You're in great hands with our family business, Atero Media of Charlotte. That's ETTARO Media.com.
Have a comment or question for the show? Call us 704-227-8986. That's 704-227-8986. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. I got National Association of Women in Construction in studio today. Had a great time. Thank you all for coming. I really do. But we're going to give you a rundown of what they're doing WIC Week, which is March 2nd through the 9th. Did I do that well? The 8th. Okay, 8th, 9th. We'll do a layover and go to the 9th. But go ahead. Taylor, give us a rundown.
Yeah, so it starts on Sunday with bowling for NEF. Sunday, March 2nd from 2 to 4 p.m. at Bolero. During the day, Monday, we have a job site tour with Weiss Builders at 10:30 a.m. And then that night, we have Monday Night Brewing. That is partnered with the Carolinas, AGC, and then Women of Asphalt. That is from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Tuesday during the day, we have 2 Member Connect lunches. That is going to be one with Rachel Hinson at Salmore's Italian. That is at noon. And then we have a second one that day at Afton Tavern. I'm sorry. Afton Tavern. And that is at noon as well. And then that evening, we have a Building Allies panel, which is advocating for women in construction from 5 to 7 p.m. at Myers and Chapman. Wednesday morning, there is a drop-in and coffee conversation at Community Matters at 8 a.m. to 10:30. And then Thursday, we have a safety vest fun run. That is the 6th, Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m.
Everybody got to wear a safety vest?
Yes, we will have, I believe we have hot pink safety vests.
Just for the walk.
For the walk.
Got it.
And that is going to start a Crown Lighting group from 6 to 8. And then Friday during the day, we have another job site tour at Fairwood by Fairwood Construction with Aurora Meadows Townhomes. That is from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then Friday night, we have a construction mixer party from 4:30 to 7 p.m. at Armored Cow. And then we just want to thank all of our sponsors, like we've been talking about. We're not able to do what we can do with NAWIC without sponsors and without raising awareness. So we want to thank Archer Western, Banks Electrical, Blank Slate, Bonnets, Carolina's AGC, ServPro Painters, Crown Lighting Group, Dixie Ply, Fairwood Construction, Ike's Construction, McFarland Construction, Myers and Chapman, Women of Asphalt, Turner Construction Company, Pro Tint, and ServPro Team Browen. Without those sponsors, we really would not be able to make WIC Week possible. And these are key components in bringing awareness to our association.
And you couldn't do it without industry.
Absolutely not. No.
No,
We need all the support we can get. And if you can't sponsor something, show up, volunteer, participate, be an active member.
Gotcha.
Share the link.
Share.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The easiest thing to do is repost on social media too. If you can't contribute financially.
Is it NAWIC.org, NAWIC Charlotte? What is it? What's the local website?
NAWICCharlotte.com.
NAWICCharlotte.com. Just like NARYCharlotte.com. Same thing. Just NAWIC, National Association of Women in Construction. Well, I appreciate your raising my awareness of reality, of what it really is. I really appreciate you coming on the show, talking honestly about what you confront every day as women in the industry. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Happy.
But where?
Growing the construction industry.
Right. You know, I told you what I wanted out of NAWIC, not me, what we need to do. And it's just my general consensus. Hey, I may be off base, but I wish somebody'd get in my face and tell me where I'm off base. You get me? I mean, you know, I believe in the old saying, actions speak louder than words. There's a lot of talk out there in the industry, and y'all have gotten tremendous support. That's what we need, tremendous support. You too. We all need, but industry has to step up to raise the awareness to kids. The industry already knows it. And that's what I see a lot. Not to criticize what you're doing. You're promoting women in construction, but we need to promote kids in construction. You see, now granted, women have come a long way and they're going to come a lot further. No question about it. And I commend you. I'm all in. As many women as we can get in this industry, the better off we're going to be collectively. And I don't care what it is, be it from infrastructure, tools in your back pocket, to administrative, it doesn't matter, or management, doesn't matter. But women in construction have definitely made a difference and made it a better industry for all. And I'm personally grateful for that. But they're also needed in the industry for what you're doing as women in construction. And I'm glad I could be a part of identifying and help promoting you guys, because what you've done, I don't shortchange any of it, but we need help with the kids. It seems like, I guess my message in this little rant here is we're not giving it to what's needed, and that's our students. How do we do that? How do we get to the students, or how do we get to the parents? Through the students. Isn't that a shortcut? If our students took home a smiling face and a piece of soldered copper home and said, look what I learned in school today. Now we're doing something, because these kids actually do that. They solder, sweat, copper fittings, or be it whatever they engaged in. Don't you think that's an awareness elevating thing? Otherwise, they don't know it. But we're not doing that. We're doing it in small groups, and I'll do it in the smallest. I'll do it with one child or five children or 10 or 20. It doesn't matter, or 500 or 400. I don't care. But it loses its effectiveness when you get to too many numbers. How do we do that? And I'm asking you guys, because y'all are young, but in your advice, how can we do it effectively? Don't you think that'll work? It has worked. I've been in I keep saying I, and I don't mean to say I because it's not me. We have been in 33 high schools, gotten kids jobs, at least 120 to 150 jobs as a result of raising the awareness. So it does work. But then we've got an education system that shuns the exposure. Why? Because of me? That's what it's come. That's what it's come to. And I'm not trying to be political. How are we going to make it happen? That's why I need young people, because I'm not working. I've aged out, and I'll own that. So I need youth. I need younger people in the industry to step up and we got all the foundation. We got the building. we've got everything, the infrastructure to make this work. We just need industry support. Regardless whether it's ABC, NAWIC, AGC, any of Subcontractor Association. Now, as far as this Latin communication thing goes, there's an association for that too. And they're involved. They have been involved. Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
You got last words?
Thanks for having us. Thank you for your support. We definitely want to work in the future with you.
Thank you. I want to work with you girls, you ladies, you women, all of the above. But right now we got to go. Time to leave. Yeah. I can't see the clock from here. See, real studios have clocks right here where I don't have to look for them. But this isn't a real studio. We make it work. Do a pretty good job, don't we?
Yes, sir.
I enjoyed it. All of you. We love you. And keep on doing what you're doing. All of you on the road to wherever you're going to happy. And the success will follow the happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You find happy.
Hopefully.
You find happy, you'll find success. Go pick up. Go find a child, a mentor. Make a difference in their lives. Let's do it together. Go to Put Tools in Schools. That's puttoolsinschools.org. There's ways you can volunteer, sign up, donate, whatever. We need all of the above. It takes a village. Let's make it happen. Thank you to NAWIC and all you're doing for the women in construction. And let's just keep it up. Thank you. God bless you all. We love you. See you back here next week.